Play that funky music.
And we are live. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, there's gonna be so much rage.
So,
Why is there gonna be rage, Dan?
We're discussing movies that we just think are hot fucking ass.
Doo-doo feces.
now before we start this podcast, we should preface that we hate these movies for many different reasons. It could be we think that they're just generally like critically bad films. It could be that like we have a very negative emotion tied to the movie, or it could just be something really stupid and fucking petty. Anyways, yeah, so if we talk shit about a movie you like, just take it at face value. We're not like fucking movie critics, we just know what we hate.
Yeah, we're in no way gonna say you're wrong for liking a movie. We're just gonna say the movie's wrong for existing.
Yes.
And also, the things listed up on the screen aren't all we're gonna be talking about. It's just we were going on a tirade of things that we don't like. They're also not in any order in particular. It's just when we remembered them.
Yeah. How many like downvotes do you think we're gonna get from like the title of this video and then people seeing Napoleon Dynamite in the thumbnail?
Oh, he's not there because he's bad. We put Napoleon Dynamite there because he keeps us safe and watches over.
Yeah, he's there to save us in these movies. That's why he's in front of them.
I actually don't like Napoleon Dynamite.
I guess we found a place to start.
But here's the thing, Cable. I don't hate Napoleon Dynamite. It has always been a meh movie for me, which is weird because I've only met people that fucking despise it or like love it.
I just love the way he talks to everything. Tina, you idiot, come eat your dinner. God, give me your tots. Pedro's the shit too. I love Pedro.
God damn it, we're getting on tirade. Okay, what should we start with?
We were starting with Napoleon Dynamite.
But I don't think anybody here actually hates it. I'm neutral on it.
The thing is, I'm also neutral on it.
I'm positive on it,
so I can't say shit about it.
So we have two neutrals, one positive, so we have a net positive, thus it is not a bad movie that we can talk about.
Next movie.
Okay, you know what? Do you guys wanna rip the Band-Aid off of a very controversial opinion? That will definitely get us down votes.
Sure.
Yes.
Pokemon, the first movie, is only good due to nostalgia and people liking it when they were kids. Objectively, not a good movie.
Incorrect. There's also a lot of other positives to that movie that I will point out, but yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff in it.
The soundtrack doesn't count.
The soundtrack is amazing. And I'm not talking about like the vocal stuff, even though like I kind of like that stuff too. But like the orchestra scores in that movie are fucking beautiful. The art direction's beautiful, and it has some really killer animation. The story, however, and the fucking audio mixing, especially.
That's just the thing, when it comes to a movie, if its plot isn't that good, everything else is a moot point.
Yeah, because good movie with a bad plot is a painting.
I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree. I stand by that there are good movies out there that have bad plots, but the plot isn't the main focus of the film.
That's the thing.
Like
the plot, I know. But the thing is, the plot is supposed to be the movie.
I disagree because I would.
It could have just been a regular fucking episode for all it was worth.
So like here's the thing, because character studies are a thing that like don't focus on the plot, or like hey, there's like a lot of really stupid films out there that are just like fun that have like the fucking like how much fun did we have watching the Harem Jungle movie, Cable?
That we were making fun of that thing the whole time.
Yeah, but it had some legitimately funny jokes.
We had a blast watching it while also making fun of it because any part that wasn't Arnold was funny.
I think the also thing is like taste at the end of the day is subjective, and thus like the disclaimer that we gave at the beginning of the podcast, we have different reasons for hating these movies.
Now, I will state, I won't just blatantly state something without giving at least my, reasoning for why I say what I say.
Yeah.
When it comes to Pokemon, the first movie, the drawing point for that plot and one of the most interesting things for that plot is the creation and the reasoning behind why Mewtwo does what he does.
Definitely.
And the development of Mewtwo, that whole like pre-stuff before the movie was really cool.
I like that whole mini video too. That they had the whole thing where he's still being in a test tube and everything, and you're seeing in his dreams. That was really fucking cool.
And they
Yeah,
murders the fucking scientist.
Yeah, loved it.
That's really cool, and I liked all that. And I would have actually even liked seeing a bit more of him with Giovanni instead of it just being like small little like snippets.
They're counting on you having watched the series when you watch that movie. They're like, "Oh, you've seen this part already, so let's skip that."
Yeah.
Those were cool. Just, I don't know if this is the right way to describe it. Ash feels like such like a Mary Sue.
It's because he is.
Yeah.
But he feels especially like I for some reason can excuse it in the second Pokemon movie a little bit more, but it just feels so stupid in the first movie.
Like, why the fuck is it Ash Ketchum is the only one that can resolve the situation?
Because he is main character Chan, and he is audience surrogate, so he has to be the most special of everything.
And he's also single-handedly the worst Pokemon trainer ever.
He is. Now here's the thing. There's actually parts about Ash Ketchum that I do like that I feel like is a lot of vacant.
Listen, Tom Ado can't be the whole reason you like Ash Ketchum.
Listen. I have so. Usually, when there's an audience surrogate character in anime and they're a boring and/or unlikable piece of shit, they usually have no personality. Ash, however, has a little more gumption and has, like, even though it doesn't come out all the time, he does have a defined personality. Now, that doesn't excuse the fucking horrible Mary Sue stuff.
I'll give you that. That's fair.
Yeah.
I will say, when it comes to personality, if they wanted an audience surrogate, they could have used Richie. They could have used Red.
Yep.
They could have used Gold. They could have used Silver. He would have been cool.
Yeah.
That would have been cool. Silver would have been cool. Honestly, the whole thing, if it was Red, because I don't even know if Red actually has his own personality. He is an audience surrogate.
One he did,
When
if you
did
count
the
those
Pokemon
effects
movie
in the
come out?
movie.
Like 1998 or something?
1999, because I think the next movie came out the next year, and it was Pokemon 2000.
So here's a thing you guys are going to have to take consideration at this point in time. Ash was the Pokemon brand at that point in time.
He was.
The Pokemon company, like, less so now, but the Pokemon anime made Ash the brand and Pikachu the brand. Ash isn't...
It was 98.
I'll give Ash one thing for that movie. I'll give him one thing. He did try to take a swing at Mewtwo.
Yeah, that was
He
fucking
did
cool.
try. You know what? I will give you that, because I do like the fucking dumb stuff I saw where it was like, oh, Ash got repulsed by a barrier from Mewtwo, haha. And then people commented on it like, you need to watch out, all right? Mewtwo knew Ash was coming at him with something. He had to put that barrier up to keep him.
I just love it because in any other movie he would do a punch and it would like protagonist does the punch of destiny and it like knocks Mewtwo on his ass. No, Ash is fucking 10 years old. He got blown back.
Yeah, Ash could never be allowed the punch of destiny as far as protagonists go. You can't give that to Ash. He hasn't earned it.
Just so this doesn't turn into the Pokemon podcast and we stay on more movies, my last point I do want to make for me is the reason I really don't like that movie in comparison to some other movies of similar time periods, and this still falls under the maybe it's just nostalgia, but I don't think it is, because I've rewatched this movie like 1,000,000,001 fucking times, and objectively, the Digimon movie shits all over the Pokemon movie.
Now, are we talking about the American dub that combines?
The American dub shits a little less, but the Japanese dub shits way harder on the Pokemon movie.
Okay, because if we're talking about the Japanese Digimons, fuck yeah. Now, I have a nostalgia value for the American dub because that's what I grew up with, but it's stupid.
Yeah, no, the American dub of the Digimon movie, it still shits on the Pokemon movie, but it shits a little less. The Japanese one is fucking flame, but
It shits like Izzy did.
you know what? Yeah, it Izzy shits. When Izzy ran off to the bathroom, he didn't have toilet paper. He just picked up a copy of Pokemon.
Do you know what?
First
Good
movie.
on Izzy though, because he ate all of Ty's mom's weird recipes and enjoyed them.
You know why nostalgia's a bitch?
Because it clouds your judgment.
Because the plot point, like during the end of the film where Ash is brought back to life from the tears of all the Pokemon, I fucking hate that scene so much. It is so stupid and contrived, yet every time I rewatch that fucking movie I start crying at that scene.
Betty, you're the reason he comes back to life. Your tears awaken him.
I know. And I want to shut off those fucking waterworks because we need a better protagonist.
Oh, by the way, if anyone wonders why Hype next to me is not talking, he had to step out before we started. He will be back.
Yeah, I'm too lazy to make him transparent, though, so he's just kind of staring at the audience saying nothing.
But
Alright, yeah, this can't be the Pokemon podcast.
Yeah, moving on.
Let's go from the complete polar opposite. You know, let's just go down the line. I kicked it off.
You are my brother. Next movie.
Jack, what you wanna throw into the flames? It doesn't have to be from the list listed there. Just pick something that you just genuinely... It gets under your skin.
Through the Looking Glass. The second live-action Alice in Wonderland film, Through the Looking Glass, is the most cash-grabby film I have ever seen in my life.
Damn.
Yeah.
Its plot, what is it? Like, it starts off as, oh, I can get back to Wonderland through this mirror, and oh no, the Hat is upset. He has depression about his family. I know, I'll go back in time. I'll see what's going on.
Wait, there's time travel?
Yes, there's time travel. She meets Father Time and steals his time machine.
What
And
the
then
fuck is
everything,
time travel?
for some reason, when you mess with time, everything starts to rust over. And then it turns into the story of the reconciliation between the two queens. And it's like, what?
You know another reason why? You know a big reason why I thought they shouldn't have done that movie? Because I actually didn't get to watch the entirety of it. Big reason why I didn't think they should have done it at all is because the Jabberwocky was in the first one.
Yeah, they already used all the good shit in the first film. This was not Through the Looking Glass. What this was she stumbled back in. Everything that you know from normal Alice in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass is in the first film. It's all in the first film. This second film didn't need to exist.
The first one, the first Tim Burton one, actually not a bad movie. It's got some pretty good parts to it.
Oh, the first one was great. I enjoyed
I've never
it.
seen it.
There's a lot of things I like. Of course, I love Alan Rickman as the caterpillar.
Is he the caterpillar?
Yeah, Alan Rickman. That man's beautiful.
Rest in peace, Alan Rickman.
He is
Miss
beautiful.
you, Snape.
Snape. I miss the depressed robot from Hitchhiker's Guide.
Marvin. Oh, I love Marvin.
Or the angel from Dogma.
Oh, that's right.
I always think
he was
of
in Die Hard.
yeah, I always think
Anyway.
of Hans Gruber.
Anyway, before we start going down the
Just
things
real
we do
quick,
love.
you can't ever imagine Alan Rickman from any movie unless you just imagine him dropping trow in Dogma where he has smooth genitals.
Oh god, Galaxy Quest. Oh my god. Alright,
That's a thing to itself.
More-
on
Back
movies
to
we love.
Through the Looking Glass. Just love
It
Alan.
is such a horrid movie because we also get the backstory on why the Red Queen's head is so big. It's because she hit it right
What?
after running away after the White Queen told a lie about her being the one that ate the last tart. But then she ran out upset and then bashed her head on the ground, and that started a whole fucking thing. And it's like, oh,
What?
That's really dumb.
Yeah. Are you telling me the fucking Care Bears Wonderland movie has more of a plot than this does?
Jack should know he's like a resident Alice in Wonderland expert. If any of you are unfamiliar with Digimon 8-hood.
Go watch it.
Yeah, fuck
We've
you.
gone through Wonderland twice. I get through the Looking Glass better than this.
Yeah, you did.
That
You
is sad.
had me with such setup for that first one. You're like, after I told you I had the actual book, you're like, oh, find me the thing here. I need this exact moment.
We planned that shit just
We
to get
did.
hype.
That was fun.
Sorry, hype. We had to do it to you.
Jack, I'm glad you can do it better through the Looking Glass than Tim Burton.
And it was fantastic.
The thing is, if they hadn't have wasted all the stuff from Through the Looking Glass in the first film, even though that's kind of what made it great in the first place, I think the second film could have been good. It could have been really good, but it's because they used up all the material that they had for it.
So they had to make
I would-
shit up.
I have a
It was
question
because the
about.
fans wanted a second film, basically.
They had to go off track for the manga.
This is a weird little thing. I wonder if you can answer about Through the Looking Glass for me, Jack. Was Tim Burton's wife in it?
Yes.
I don't fucking know.
Did
Helena
Johnny
Bonham Carter played the Red Queen, I think.
So did Johnny Depp kill her?
No, still alive.
Wait, in real life?
No, in the movie, because in a lot of Tim Burton's movies, Johnny Depp kills Tim Burton's wife a lot.
Either
Is it
kills
a
or
weird
fucks.
thing that I think it's one of those weird things where Tim Burton it just has like a constant fantasy where Johnny Depp just kills his wife and they run away together.
They either kill or fuck, or both. Sometimes.
No, the fucking red and white queen made up at the end of the film, and I think her head shrinks. I can't remember. I just kind of blocked it out from memory. at the time.
You know they're not together anymore.
She needed to get out. He was starting to get tired with movies.
Yeah, I guess she was just sick being in Tim Burton films.
Sitting through, like, she was on edge for the entirety of Harry Potter. She was just waiting for Johnny Depp to burst in, like, surprise, bitch, and then vodka down.
Oh.
So that's my entire gripe on Through the Looking Glass.
Well, when men on the chessboard get up and tell you where to go.
I guess it's my
Oh, don't
turn.
even get me started on Alex's
Oh, yes.
weird, stupid fucking dress. in that
Okay,
film. No.
what should I cripple first? You know what? Top left of the screen, I have a very big gripe with this movie. So there's movies that, like, because of nostalgia, we look back fondly when they might not be as good. There's movies that we hate due to nostalgia, and in this scenario, I think I actually just hate this movie on its own. Avatar: The Last Airbender. My main gripe with this fucking film is, like, so I don't hate the fact that it exists. Avatar: The Last Airbender never needed a movie adaptation. The series is just perfect as it is. This movie could have been, I guess, just a bonus, right? But wait, hold on. But, like, the thing that's so fucking stupid about it, well, there's multiple things wrong with it. The thing I fucking hate about this movie is the original Avatar: Last Airbender was really good because, you know, it took a long time. Like, it had an interesting plot, but it took a long time developing its characters. They had understandable motivations. They're funny. They're charming. You got where they're coming from. Even, like, the villains, like Zuko and Iroh. Like, Iroh is one of the best, like, fictional characters in my mind. Just
Ira's so damn well written.
And then you decide to make a movie adaptation, and you're like, what if instead of making characters, or, you know, making interpretations of characters, let's just make every single fucking piece of dialogue in the fucking film an expositional plotline to summarize what goes on in the show. So, instead of an Avatar: The Last Airbender movie, you have a 2-hour summary over the first season. Everybody is deadpanned. There's virtually no humor or love or care put into the entire movie. And it is so much more boring and underwhelming and, like, thoughtless, and there is so much, like, love drained from the fucking franchise that I just have to ask, M. Night Shyamalan, who hurt you?
There was no scene of Aang fucking up like Zuko with a mattress, right?
Yeah.
I think that movie was his response to people saying that Lady in the Water sucked.
It was probably the critics. You know what it was? So I remember the interviews, like M. Night Shyamalan was talking about how he's a fan of the series, how he watched it with his kids. I'm thinking that he was probably like secretly jealous of Avatar for getting good reviews, so he's like, ooh, what if I put my greedy little hands on it and make it bad like all my other movies?
Actually, you know what it sounds like? I didn't know that part about the interview, Maddie.
Yep.
He was probably watching it with his kids, quote unquote. He was probably on his phone doing something else while they watched it, and then saw how entertained his kids were by it and was like, I can make a movie off of this.
Oh, it's all actiony, and they use elemental powers, right?
And got a base dad reading something off his phone's summary of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's about a little bald kid with an arrow on his head who shoots wind.
And that movie's the biggest tragedy since the Fire Nation attacked.
Well, that's the thing too that was weird about the movie, because like he swapped around the races of the cultures in the show, because like in the Avatar: The Last Airbender universe, it's all like fictional, but you have like equivalents of like the waterbenders are, you know, obviously based off of Inuit culture. You have like the Fire Nation, which shares a lot of similarities with Japanese culture, Earthbending Nation with China, and Wind with like you know, like Tibetan monks and stuff like that. In the movie, they decided to make all the Water Tribe people white and all of the Fire Nation people Indian. And I'm pretty sure that was so specifically so M. Night Shyamalan could just hire his friends. That were
Probably.
Probably was what happened.
And he didn't want to have to go looking for like a lot of like you know, actors of, you know, the proper origins.
Silver lining though, Betty. Be glad it was M. Night Shyamalan and it wasn't a Happy Gilmore production, because then we would have gotten Kevin James as Iroh. We'd have gotten Kevin James as Iroh and fucking Rob Schneider as Zuko.
Oh.
And then fucking Adam Sandler would have come in as, like, he would have been the voice of Appa.
See, here's the reason. We are specifically don't have any more M. Night Shyamalan or Happy Madison properties on this list, I don't think. Just because we'd be talking here all night about, like, a single movie.
Stop.
Oh my fucking god.
So there's kind of a way you can do an entire summary of a season as a movie and still kind of hold some of the charm of what it actually was. Some people call that movie Serenity.
Yeah.
I don't know, Dan. Dragon Ball Evolution very wholeheartedly encaptured the entire Piccolo.
Listen, that one's not my pick, and you know it.
Regale us then.
I need to flip a coin in this one. Which one do I shit on first? Let's see.
Follow your anus.
Easy one.
You want my true? Do you want my absolute truest rage?
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Then that would be Ghostbusters 2016.
Oh boy, here we go.
Let's do this shit.
And at the same time, I also want to just throw in the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife.
So, how about just any new Ghostbuster after 2?
Anything after 2? How about that? Yeah. Because, fucking A, Ghostbusters is one of my favorite movies. I adore Ghostbusters so much. Huge part of my childhood. Ghostbusters 2016. Just, I get why they needed to do a reboot instead of a third movie, although we had a perfect third Ghostbusters, and it was the Ghostbusters the game. So Bill Murray really didn't want to do anything more for Ghostbusters, like, period. And not only that, Harold Ramis had unfortunately passed away.
Yeah.
So they were like, okay, we can't do Ghostbusters 3. Let's do a reboot. I mean, why not? The first Ghostbusters was pretty much SCTV, like people coming together and making a movie. Why don't we do that with Saturday Night Live? Because, hey, there's so many good Saturday Night Live movies, right?
MacGruber! I think.
Ugh.
Was MacGruber from that?
Might have been, for all I know.
Oh my god, MacGruber's so stupid, but continue.
So fucking Ghostbusters 2016, absolutely unfunny, because the people absolutely don't get what made the first Ghostbusters as charming as it was. Yeah, okay, there's a lot, like, let's just do a bunch of improv humor, because, you know, the original movie, like, a lot of the script is improv. Rick Moranis improved his entire performance in that movie, and good on him. That's because he can do it. That man's super talented. But the thing is that they all knew each other. They all worked with each other. The majority of them were from SCTV, or even knew each other outside of that. And then you had this rebooted one that takes... You basically are taking the idea of the first movie, you forget what the hell made it funny, and then if you think that you have an original plot going with this, they're like, oh hey, we can do this whole thing where like this dude has this whole thing going with the ley lines and it's opening a portal to the ghost zone. It's like, guess what? Not an original story plot. Ghostbusters the game happened.
You know, okay, so here's how I would make a Ghostbusters reboot, and nobody would like actually in Hollywood would actually do this. But instead of making a Ghostbusters reboot, just find a group of talented comedians that are good at their job and mesh well together, and have them make their own original property instead.
Yeah, these people had I don't get around with they didn't have any chemistry at all. Like no laughs.
So here's the thing: I've seen Kristen Wiig in good stuff. I've seen Kate McKinnon, or however you say her name. I've seen her do good stuff. I don't know about Leslie Jones because I personally haven't seen a lot of her stuff. Melissa McCarthy can go fuck herself.
She's
I
not great.
And of course, you get Chris Hemsworth in there also. Like, Thor makes me laugh. Not in this movie.
Thor was funny in the third one, but that was because it was directed by Taika Waititi.
Like, I got nothing against Chris Hemsworth, and like you said, like some of those actresses in their own stuff, pretty darn good.
Yep.
Just people who went to see that. Realistically, a lot of people who went to see that film just went to watch him, and that was it.
It's like, this was not the movie to try to make a statement.
No.
Because it's Ghostbusters.
Hello.
Hey,
I'll give Kristen Wiig credit where credit is due too, because she's very funny. Like, I think she's a very funny voice actor.
Oh yeah, Kristen Wiig is amazing.
Kristen Wiig is great as a voice actor. Like, come on, Looney Tunes show Lola Bunny.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, don't get me started on how much I love her.
Don't get me started.
The best adaptation of Lola, hands down.
Agreed. Lola is a delight in a treat.
I don't even like the movies that much, but I like her in Despicable Me. I thought she was good.
Can we address something about like the reception of this movie though?
What?
Yes.
So, I think we can all agree this was a terrible fucking travesty on just everything. Like, it was a dumb cash grab. Please do not harass the staff and cast on Twitter.com for the movie being shit, because at the end of the day, they're getting a paycheck.
Yeah, they didn't want to be there. You can see it on their faces if you ever saw the behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, if you gave me enough money, I'd be in a shitty movie.
It's just really, like, fucking unfortunate that this and, like, the fucking, like, Star Wars, like, new generation Star Wars movies actors just, like, completely got demolished and harassed because they were in a shitty movie.
Why didn't we put that in the list?
Because there's no point.
There's no point.
There's no point to get angry about that, and everybody's already gotten angry about those movies. I don't think we could bring anything new to the table with that.
So
also, I will actively ban anybody from this call if there is any bad mouthing of Kylo Ren in front of me. He is wide and he is my friend.
Listen, Kylo, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you this right now before I get back to my ending point about Ghostbusters. Kylo was the best part of that second movie.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding.
Continue.
Now,
stay on the subject.
Yep.
I want to say, like, so you know what they tried to do do you know what they did with the ending of that Ghostbusters 2016 movie? How they decided to end for a cliffhanger?
What?
They had a recording of a voice asking, "What is Zool?" Zool! I know that name from the Good movie!
From the good movie.
That's the things they said in the other movie.
Hey, that's a callback!
You know what,
This movie's brilliant!
Just stop. Just stop.
So, speaking of just stop, so Ghostbusters Afterlife hasn't come out yet as we're doing this. Fucking A. Speaking of your nostalgia cash grabs, fucking all I have to say is tiny steak puffs. Tiny fucking steak puffs. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm done.
You mean Baby Yoda? You mean Baby Groot? You mean Baby Mr. Peanut?
Oh my
No,
god.
Just because I saw it today, because I went to the movies today, saw a great movie. Mugen Train was fantastic. But just because I saw the trailer for the fucking Ghostbusters movie, and I had to text you because I was angry about it, Dan.
See me, and I gave you a response almost immediately.
Yeah, and it was also just because another preview I saw. Vin Diesel, stop making Fast and the Furious movies.
No. See, Cable.
Stop.
Do you know how expensive D&D supplementary books are? He needs to keep making Fast and the Furious movies so he can keep up to date with everything that Wizards releases.
Listen, all
He's
right.
not getting, by the way.
He needs.
I'm not. He actually plays D&D. Riddick, is the character from Darker Than Black.
I know who he is. I know what he's done.
Oh my god.
But stop it, Vin Diesel. All right, and Ludacris, you are 43 years old. Stop it. Stop it. Sit down.
Oh my god, Cable. You want to know something that I had told this to Jack and Chibi after we first saw the trailer for Ghostbusters Afterlife? I pointed this out to Jack. One of the things that really bothered me about it watching that trailer, didn't it feel a lot like when you watched the trailer for Jurassic World?
I really didn't know it was a Ghostbusters trailer at first. I legitimately thought they were doing another Cloverfield for some fucking reason.
Now, think about people. If you saw the same trailer we did, how it opened up was like, okay, kids going through problems, they move, which is pretty much the same. The kids went to the island Jurassic World. These kids, the kid here is moving somewhere else. They're changing location. There's like things, little hints of like, oh hey, like this has a kind of almost like trying to have a familiar feel, but it's not quite there. Something's kind of off. And then you get like, wait, here's the reveal. Something nostalgia. This is something uncomfortable with that I know of. This is the thing from beforehand that made me watch this movie because they're associated. Oh wait, here's the parts of the movie where I actively hate this because they also missed the entire fucking point. Followed by the thing which is directly associated with old movie where they pull out fucking Ecto 1. Ecto 1, the Jeep that they found in Jurassic World that was from the original movie.
Like what the? I don't get what the fucking point. Like, and you know what the worst part about it is? Nobody who liked the original Ghostbusters is gonna actively go watch this. So who's all that for?
Yeah.
We're gonna reach a new generation of
That's
people
for
who are
some-
instantly gonna
that's for
forget this
some-
movie after they watched it.
That's for some fucking pencil-thinned hipster douche who's watching Ghostbusters and they like it ironically because it's so old.
Don't say it like that. I mean, I know you're right, but it still hurts.
It's the truth. It's like I remember one of my fondest memories with Ghostbusters, Dan, and this is probably about as Boston as it's gonna get. My friend, through his job, because he worked at Harvard, he got tickets for us to go to Fenway Park and watch it on the jumbo screen in the stands. And we sat there on Halloween night in Fenway Park watching Ghostbusters with an entire like arena full of people.
That is beautiful.
And it was wonderful.
That's right up there with like the 40th anniversary of Jaws had happened, and I paid for my parents' tickets to go see that movie. I was so thrilled to see that with them and to see Jaws in the big screen. It was an amazing moment. I loved it.
And the feeling I got watching that there, because I didn't watch Ghostbusters when I was younger, Dan. Like, my first time seeing Ghostbusters was at Fenway Park on Halloween.
That's pretty great.
And it was I was losing it. I loved everything about that movie, and then I saw this new one, and I think I understand what you're saying a lot because I don't have nostalgia for Ghostbusters. I just genuinely like it.
Yeah, I watched it recently. Still love it.
I'm gonna be in the camp to where I like the Ghostbusters, at least the first two Ghostbusters movie. Like, I know, like, there's some bad parts in the second one, but it's, like, still, like, a goofy, fun time.
There's some slow down moments. It's still enjoyable.
So, I'm kind of in the camp to where I'm nostalgic to the Ghostbusters movie, but not because I, like, grew up with, like, a lot of the toys or the stuff that was coming out, because, you know, I'm not significantly, but I'm somewhat younger than Dan.
Like 2 years old, right?
Yeah, I'm like 2 years old. I'm a baby. But anyways, as I was saying, I had nostalgia for this film because it's something I'd watch with my parents. And my parents grew up and had fond memories of it when it came out. So it's like, you know, it's been like something that I've always just had a lot of fun time with my family watching, I guess.
It's one of those fun movies you can take like almost any given line and slap it on a t-shirt. Where do these stairs go? They go up.
But because I have such a wholesome relationship, I don't mind pissing on the 2016 Ghostbusters because it's a steaming pile of shit.
Great
Hype.
thing's good.
Regale us with a movie that just irks you.
Dragon Wars or D Wars. Well, you want to know who I guess the most recognizable actor in that movie is? And I'm not trying to get on anybody, but this is just kind of like, hey, this is funny to me.
Who dat?
Bill from the future's dad.
Oh my god.
That is a character. That is
He had a dad.
yeah. See, that is the most
No,
recognizable.
hold up, I need to see him.
Because, like,
Yeah,
that's
put
the thing,
in
because
the movie,
Put it in text cable.
I get Disney dads mixed up.
Bill Diffie.
Oh, Lloyd Duffy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
he's-
motherfucker.
Only in the movie for like 5 scenes, I think. All right. So, okay, how much do you guys know about this terrible movie?
He looks like an evil dentist.
He's a doctor.
Oh shit.
He's
In
a
real
doctor.
life?
No,
That was the picture I was looking at, Patty. He looks like
No,
a scary dentist.
no, he is a doctor in the movie.
Oh, that's less impressive.
No, no, he then morphs into a Chinese man.
What?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
it's not explained very well.
What?
Yes. So, Dragon Wars has. It's a story about a snake that is super evil that has woken up. Two humans that one is the girl is important and is supposed to give dragon power to Snake, but she apparently dies afterwards, or she dies, but as a result, it didn't happen like thousands of years ago. Oh god, I'm sorry, I'm remembering more and more about this stupid movie.
Put it next to hype.
What?
Alright, I'm working on it. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. He apparently, this dude that kind of looks like Ashton Kutcher, like, let's be honest, just does. He's the reincarnation of this star-crossed lover story. He's the guy. He's just the guy who never got it. Stop looking at me.
He's kissing your neck, hype.
Yeah, no.
I was in Dragon Wars.
Yeah, there's only one dragon in that freaking movie. One.
I mean, you
Well,
could have got the
anyway.
opposite of that. You could have had the Dungeons and Dragons movie where there's a shit ton of dragons, but you actively hated everything about it.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just gonna go over this. They bring they basically Jude is a reincarnation, finds it out, gets this weird magical talisman, which by the way you get if you bought the movie. Like afterwards they had an edition where you bought the amulet, but it was a plastic thing. It looks pretty cool, honestly. Not gonna lie. But apparently it is the MacGuffin amulet. It looks like a weird scale. And he is given this by an old Chinese man. I might be wrong with his origins. I'm sorry, this movie does not deserve my care. I want to find out their nationality. But after exposition, Chinese man tells him the story. Oh yeah, you're the reincarnation of the star-crossed lover, who got eaten. I think got eaten by a evil snake. All I know is they died.
Stupider the more I hear.
What?
This gets stupider the more I hear.
Yeah.
You're like having like an aneurysm trying to recap the plot of this movie hype.
Yeah, I am because I forgot because I keep on trying to forget about it.
This movie reminds me of one thing. There was a drive-in that was trying to stay open in Tucson. They played this movie and then they shut down.
Yeah, for good reason. Oh, hey, Chibi.
I was just about to message that Chibi was gonna probably pop in.
Okay. So, well, I apologize for that. So it comes back to modern day. Apparently this blonde chick that Nova that was kind of introduced, I can't remember. I don't really want to remember too much. But, my God. Apparently the giant snake wakes up. I'm pretty sure there's some weird secret organization thing that happened. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. It really does not matter. But it's all about getting the amulet and getting the girl. Apparently the girl ends up in the hospital, is being hunted by a giant snake. They rip off Jurassic Park 2, the part with the dog. And the T-Rex the snake drinking from
Hype, do you need a glass of water?
No.
funded this
I will get
movie?
this out before it kills me.
Okay.
Who funded this?
I don't know, but it's weirdly well funded because it actually has really good special effects, I think, for its, I guess, budget?
You say it's well funded, they're still gonna underpay the animators.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because here's the thing. There's another point, and I think someone else will come in and they will also lose their mind. But apparently, evil snake man, evil giant snake thing, has an army of basically dinosaurs.
Okay, I think I'm done.
Yeah.
I don't know if what you said was words, but I know my brain hurts.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the evil snake, which is supposed to be a dragon, right?
No,
there's
no.
a dragon in this movie, right?
No, there's only one dragon, and it's at the very end.
This is the war on dragons.
You're getting to why I hate this movie.
But it has the dad from Phil of the Future in it.
Who turns into explanation Chinese man?
Is he the one with the amulet?
No, the main character is. Again, I'm not explaining that part of the movie because I don't remember it, and my brain's bleeding from trying to.
So question: do we want to get Chibi in here?
Chibi,
Yeah.
do you have any hatred on movies you want to spew out? You got something that really gets under your skin?
Chibi, before you speak, I'm gonna set you down on the floor because I don't want to have to make the table bigger.
Also, there is a part of this movie I think Chibi would hate the most.
You can make Chibi really tiny and put him on my head.
Yeah, we can block out Jafar.
That's what I was hoping you would do. Is
No, we have to keep Jafar next to you. Chibi will stay on the floor until he decides to start talking, in which case he'll still sit on the floor
Jack,
like the dog he is.
Yes.
so the dragon dinosaurs, they have weird magic guns. They have artillery. Dinosaurs have artillery.
Hold the fuck up.
The dragon dinosaurs have the magic guns.
Yes. And there's a thing where they straight up fight the American military in, I think, New York.
Undescript big American city.
Big city.
With undescript man of Asian descent that knows magic.
Now,
Is it evil scientist?
No. This is one of those things of, there's so many plot points, I can't remember them, and it's too much to go over because it's not very well explained.
Hi, I'm someone that have seen a lot of like old sci-fi movies, and I watch them because I just have shit taste in movies. There's a movie I saw called Future War that it has like a dude from the future that is trying to be Jean-Claude Van Damme in the worst way. That's being hunted by a cyborg Robert Zadar, who also has like who sends out fucking velociraptors.
I know what movie you're talking about.
This movie makes more sense than Dragon Wars.
Yeah.
That movie takes place like 90% in a warehouse with just random cardboard boxes.
It only has cardboard boxes and nothing else.
Yeah, and yeah, that movie makes way more sense.
Oh, yeah. Also, this army has infantry of people. Okay, so what would you expect the armor of an evil Chinese snake thing to own?
Captain America shield.
No.
Now-
David Bowie pants.
Now, dragon, is this like a Chinese dragon or like a Western dragon?
Yeah, it's like Jake Long.
It is it is meant. Well, one, yes, it is Chinese. Two, that dragon doesn't show up until the end.
I thought Jake Long was always supposed to be like a combination of the two.
Yeah,
I'm talking about the noodle, one.
The noodle
he's like
dragon.
he's like a combination of like a Chinese dragon, but it grew up in Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
so it wears Adidas.
So their infantry has plate mail. The
course.
evil, they all look like Saruman.
This doesn't explain why you like plate mail so much.
Oh, no, it's just, God, you're making me hate plate mail.
Why?
Right, did your subconscious love of this movie give you a subconscious love of plate mail?
No, I just really like Digimon,
Those two things don't correlate.
Omnimon.
Omnimon does not wear plate mail, alright? He has got
That's not plate mail.
he's got a skinny little torso. Omnimon is like what kids do when they put toothpicks in marshmallows.
I just remember when you gave me like the poster to put in this like overlay thing. I remember like Google searching to see if there was a higher quality version of the movie poster. I couldn't find one.
Yeah,
That
exactly.
was the highest one, wasn't it?
You know probably the quality of this film purely by the fact that I cannot find an HD copy of the movie poster on Google Images.
It's in every like $5 or less bin of DVDs.
I guarantee you, Batty, like, I guarantee you if we went through that movie like we did with Hercules and took screenshots of it, we would probably be the owners of the highest resolution pictures of Dragon Wars.
Yeah, you're right. We really should watch this movie just so you can understand.
No, it's fine. We know you're crazy. You imagine the entire thing hype because nothing like this can exist.
No. I know I'm crazy, but I was forced to go to this. I was dragged to go to this. Because they're like, oh yeah, me and my friends, we went to go see it, and oh, okay. This was one of the 2 movies I was tricked into liking. I was tricked.
You poor child. I'm so sorry for you.
The other
Got
one
pulled
is...
into seeing the fucking G.I. Joe movie.
Hey, actually, one of the movies I was tricked into liking is the first one that you have posted in the top left.
Avatar?
Yes, I was tricked. I was tricked.
I was as well. When everyone said, do you know what, they made an Avatar movie, I was like, I haven't seen the series, but I guess I'll watch it and see what this is like. And I was like, if this is what the series is like, I don't want to watch it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's not.
Are we talking about James Cameron's Avatar?
No, Airbender.
No, we'll get to that one eventually. Like,
That's one we all hate on.
I would normally pick it as a beast, but
No,
continue.
let me get to the finale.
Okay.
Oh god.
Main character man who is reincarnation gets knocked out.
Yeah.
And X amount of time passes. He wakes up. And and the world is a hellscape.
Well,
Yeah. Apparently, dinosaurs won. The dinosaurs won.
So it's
And
sorry.
there's more that happens.
I was just gonna say,
What?
it sounds like the ending to Planet of the Apes now.
I was gonna say, damn you!
Nope. It's worse. It's
That
much
better not be what
worse.
happens when Chow wins. If
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't-
Planet of the Apes is a good movie.
Apparently, the reincarnation lady, who is supposed to give Gift O Dragon, is about to be sacrificed. But then, a second good giant serpent comes in. As you can see on the movie poster, there are 2. But they bring it out of their ass. And it just pops out of the ground. So you see basically 2 basilisks from Harry Potter fight each other, but worse. The reincarnation lady basically cries and turns the good serpent into a dragon. Hooray, the dragon's here! Then immediately shoots a fireball down the evil snake's throat, goes off to heaven. Reincarnation lady dies. Main character is left with, I think, the evil army's all defeated and him being the last human on Earth.
Wait, so all the Pokemon cried on Ash and he shot a fireball down a snake's throat?
Yes,
Pretty much.
you can. This movie sucks.
Yeah.
And I put as many plot points as I could in that movie, but I couldn't care less.
You know what? Maybe we should all just go out and hunt down dragons now, just so we can end this movie's misery.
Might as well.
Chibi, do you have any movies you absolutely hate?
If Chibi is here.
Chibi might be muted or cannot speak right now. We're gonna see in a moment.
Wait, Chibi's
That
here.
is
There he
an
is!
important question. I'm looking at the list here, and there's some good options for good movies.
The list is just there for set dressing. You can pick from outside of this list.
Oh, I know, but I'm looking at this list that you're saying are terrible movies, and I believe that these are lies and slander.
So Chibi, you were not here for the disclaimer.
Yes.
This disclaimer is that these are films that either one or more of us has a specific bone to pick. That's the phrase. We have a bone to pick with one of these movies. It could be like either we think they're bad movies or they're petty. Someone in this chat just doesn't like those films for whatever. And disliking a film is subjective, and it can be for the most petty fucking reasons.
But
Okay.
out of curiosity, humor me, Chibi. What's on this list that you don't agree with?
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Fuck you.
Yay!
Fuck you.
No,
We knew it was gonna come up.
Fuck both of you.
no, you can get out of here, Chibi.
It's a beautiful movie.
It's not a beautiful movie. George Lopez's weird face says so.
That's why it's a beautiful movie.
I hate you so.
I was expecting you to be like Pokemon the first movie, or what's like or like another like movie that could be arguably like not as bad as we say it is. But
I will fight you all for Avatar.
Avatar: The Last Airbender?
No. Avatar.
Oh, Blue People Avatar?
Blue People Avatar.
Okay, I think
Blue
you're
People
alone on that
Avatar
one.
Blue People Avatar can eat the fattest part of my ass.
So, okay, now that I've gotten that out of the way, an
Yes.
actual movie that I dislike,
Yes.
I literally had it for a second there. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Keep whatever you're doing, and I'll probably think about it again.
You guys want to see an acapella cover of the Ghostbusters theme?
Ghostbusters!
Bum,
All right,
bum,
why did we do that?
I don't know.
because I wanted to.
So, Chibi, one word about Avatar James Cameron one. Unobtainium. That's all I had to say.
Unobtainium. That's fucking beautiful.
Apparently that's a real thing.
I
That's
hate
a
that.
real
thing.
I hate that.
So, while we're waiting for Chibi, I want to get something prepped just for when it circles back.
Yes.
And I believe, Jack, you're the one I want to have do this for me.
Oh.
Even or odds, assign one to both Harry Potter 4 and Little Mermaid 2, and I will roll my personal die, and then that'll be what I do.
Oh, I hope it's Harry Potter.
Mermaid has to be even because it's number 2.
I hate you. I'm rolling this fucking dice.
I mean, we know the movie's number 2, but
Oh yeah, I remember now.
Let's
Nah,
dig
I
in the
haven't.
goblet of fire. I got a
what
7.
would you post, Chibi? It's Thor: The Dark World.
Fuck Thor.
Thor: The Dark World.
Oh!
That's Mike right.
Chibi,
Is that the second one?
I am
Yes, the second one.
I am 100% fucking on board with you.
Yo,
Let's
I-
tear this shit
I
a
can't-
new one.
Like, please, Chibi, the floor is yours.
Take it away.
Thor: The Dark World is a movie that exists for almost literally no purpose other than, hey, you guys like you like Thor's brother, you like Loki. We're putting a bunch of Loki. This whole movie's about Loki technically, and we want you to know that it's about Loki. Fucking nothing happens in this movie outside of the red. This whole movie exists purely for fan service and no other purpose. To the point where I actually, again, I had it on the tip of my tongue when I was mentioning a bad movie, and I literally forgot it existed for a brief second.
Fucking A, I even defended Chris Helmsworth earlier today. You know what? Thor: The Dark World, I take that back.
The Dark World is a really shitty movie. I don't even remember like the majority of what happened in that movie because nothing happened in that movie.
It is a film that like I've done like 1 or 2 rewatches through the Marvel universe. You know, it's for either like because of watch parties or just other stuff. I would argue that this is the low point of the series. Like, the only other thing I think in the Marvel Cinematic Universe for me that comes close to it is the original Thor movie. But the original Thor movie has 2 things going for it. There's fucking oh my god, I can't think of his name. Hannibal
Another?
Lecter. The guy who plays Hannibal Lecter as like Odin, which is just kind of yeah.
Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah, Anthony Hopkins. It's just fun to see, like, Anthony Hopkins as a big Viking man. But, like, also, there's, like, a couple cool fight scenes in the first Thor movie. Specifically, I'm thinking the one where he's fighting S.H.I.E.L.D. agents. Thor Dark World is a boring, sad, melodramatic piece of shit.
It's got some stupid dark elf as dude as a main villain that is instantly forgettable.
Yeah. Like, fucking, even, like, Natalie Portman in this movie, she's even more boring and forgettable than in the first movie. And her sidekicks are fucking annoying and cringe. She has a British person as a new sidekick.
I think you should be quiet.
And the annoying British person falls in love with the annoying American sidekick from the first movie.
Ew.
Who is only just sex jokes.
Well,
That's it.
it's like trendy, like millennial humor and sex jokes. Like, oh, I'm on my fucking phone right now. Haha.
Wow, you're instantly likable.
No, you're not.
Now, I understand your point you made with the original Thor movie, Batty, and I don't blame you for having that opinion that you think it's the lowest point.
No,
And
I think
that
the
is simply
second Thor
because-
movie is.
Like, I don't blame you for believing that, because I know it's just that Paul Rudd is so forgettable you don't remember Ant-Man. But that's a fair point that you can think that Thor: The Dark World is the lowest point.
Paul
Don't
Rudd
try to
is
take Ant-Man's spot.
Paul Rudd is forgettable as sin, just in general as a person. I am sorry, Paul Rudd, if you are like browsing through YouTube and you come across this podcast, because obviously you're a big Phantasma fan. I apologize.
For all we know, he could be.
He could be, and I would feel terrible, but you know, Paul Rudd's probably aware about by now. The thing you don't understand, Cable, Ant-Man had a scene where the main villain went up to a person, shot him with a shrink gun, and turned him into a pile of, like, a tiny gnat-sized pile of flesh and goop, and then just wiped him up with, like, his, like, handkerchief. That movie has some very weird and fun moments in it. The original Thor movie is just quirky and normal. Which, you know, not as big of a sin as the second Thor movie, which is even more quirky and normal and forgettable.
And these are just the cinematic universe movies. It's not even the worst Marvel movies.
All
Yeah.
the Thor movies boil down to is just getting like a really buff body and then putting like a blonde wig on a rotisserie chicken and telling it to act for 2 hours.
Yeah, Thor. You know, Thor Ragnarok wasn't even its own movie. They just like that. Half the movie or more is just Planet Hulk.
Yeah,
Like-
which
Yeah.
I would have loved more Planet Hulk instead.
It should have been its own live action film.
The only thing I've really seen Thor that I like him in was, and not even really Infinity War, it was Endgame that I liked Thor the most in.
I'm gonna be real with you. I fucking love Thor Ragnarok so fucking much, and
Mhm.
it's not just because I have a hard on for Taika Waititi, even though that man is beautiful, and I totally do have a hard on for his work.
Yes.
Thor Ragnarok is a fun movie in my opinion, and they should have gone that direction from the beginning.
I just really wish they would have given more love for Planet Hulk as its own thing.
Oh yeah, no, me too. I would have like preferred if like there was a Taika Waititi like Planet Hulk movie in addition to the Ragnarok movie.
I mean, they just made it more Guardians of the Galaxy, let's be honest.
You know what,
No,
Daddy?
What?
You know what I realized actually was going on there with I almost said Planet Hulk. With Thor Ragnarok.
What?
Is essentially throughout all of the Thor movies, they didn't want to fully commit to Thor being a himbo, but
Yeah.
Thor Ragnarok was fully committing to him being a himbo.
See, like, I think the problem is Thor didn't have a personality until Ragnarok because they just wanted him to make him a lamer, like Tony Stark, to where he was like egotistical and he was up his own ass. But like, yeah, they Taika Waititi like fucking. I don't want. There's other people probably worked on that movie, but like, it just that's the movie where they solidified him, made him a fun character in my opinion. And I understand where you're. I understand, like, the idea of making it more Guardians of the Galaxy. I think that just because a Marvel film is fun and quirky, and weird, does like I think it like just boils down to the directors, because James Gunn likes to do weird and fun shit. And that's why the Guardians of the Galaxy films are like that. And Taika Waititi also likes to do weird and fun shit. And that's why Thor Ragnarok is the way it is. But, like, when you know both directors, you can, I guess, see more of the nuances between the two. That being said, they are multi-million-dollar Marvel films, and fuck Disney.
Oh, also I looked up the budget for Dragon Wars. It was 32 million.
Okay.
All wasted.
That's
Always
nothing, really.
Like, compared to modern movie industry, yeah.
Chibi, was that all you wanted to say about Thor: Dark World, or is there more grievance? Because I'd love to hear if there's more grievance.
I mean, I really didn't even say much about Thor, like Dark World. Let's be honest.
Batty kind of went into it.
Yeah, Batty just took the whole thing from me.
I have a fucking hate boner for this film. I'm sorry.
You know what? And that's fine. You're allowed to have it. So something that's actually really weird, I don't know if it was touched on, because I had to walk away for a second, about Thor Dark World.
Yep.
Is that the whole movie is so oddly, like, filmed dark.
Yeah.
Like, the movie itself is actually kind of dark.
It's filmed like a DC picture, like a modern DC picture.
Yeah. The enemies just look weird. The main villain, I forget why he's even a villain. I think it's something like his character basically is angry at some people, specifically Odin.
It's like a revenge plot, like Odin like sealed them away like a long time ago.
Yeah,
I don't even think he sealed them away.
Elves.
I think he just beat them up.
Just beat them up.
Gee, what Marvel movie had a better revenge plot for a sequel? Iron Man 2.
I don't remember Iron Man 2 that well.
Iron Man 2, I'm going to stand that it is a fucking awful movie, and it is also probably my favorite in the entire franchise. Those things can coexist.
Yeah, it's a dumb, fun movie. It just feels out of place.
It is so fucking stupid, I love it.
Still better than 3.
Yeah.
We don't.
Like, they shot the entire Thor movie to make it, like, darker, Chibi, and I don't know, that feels weird to me.
Yeah. So
Same one that had Loki in the prison.
Yeah.
No, Loki was in prison, I think, at that time, but then they had to let him out.
Yeah.
Because they had to let him out every single time.
The selling point for that movie was Loki was in prison and he was angsty.
Pretty much.
That was the sting for the trailer.
Also, the main villain in the comics of that movie is actually supposed to be, like, really emotive and just loves tricking people. So he's just Loki.
But
So they did everything to make him not Loki.
Yeah.
So they just made him boring as sin.
Yep. They just made him angry, even though he's a freaking dark elf.
Cable, thank you for this image. I'm gonna... Yeah.
Oh, it's huge.
I'm gonna put him on my desk.
Please get Bill Diffie's dad away from me.
No.
No, he
This is my new son. He made a really, really good picture called Jojo Rabbit.
I haven't seen Jojo Rabbit.
It is fucking
very good.
awesome.
I want to see it.
It's a good movie. That's why we can't talk about it on this podcast.
Okay.
But yeah, anyways, Is that all you have to say about Thor: Dark World?
I don't think I have much else to add other than the bad MacGuffin is literally just red fart gas.
It's like, it's weird because like there is so much into why Thor: Dark World is bad, but like it's hard to actually talk about the movie because it is so forgettable and boring. But yeah, let's circle.
I would have to rewatch it, and I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
No, nobody wants to do that.
Circling. If you ever do a watch party for the MCU, just skip it. Just skip it. That, they reference it in like Endgame, I think, but like they make fun of it in Endgame, so it's justified.
So instead of that, just watch Iron Man 2 twice.
Yeah, or
Just remember the red gem comes from it. That's it.
instead of watching an MCU film like in chronological order, just watch Iron Man 2 again. Anyways, Cable.
Oh, please, yes.
Take a sip of my water real quick.
I was hoping you were going to touch this one.
How's everybody's day going?
It's gone good.
Good for now.
Got a little,
You heard
little
me
tight
rant
little
about
TV on my
Ghostbusters.
desk.
I'm ready for anything.
Smells nice.
Coconut lime water, delicious. Fuck Goblet of Fire. Oh my god. Oh my god, this fucking movie. To the people here in this call, in Chibi specifically, you'll be able to state this. How many fucking times have I watched Harry Potter in a chat?
Wait,
know
in a row?
At minimum, I know you've watched Goblet of Fire at least 3 or 4 times.
It's almost like bi-yearly I watch these movies for some unknown reason, and I adore it. Going through Philosopher's Stone and Chamber of Secrets is a fucking treat. Prisoner of Azkaban is wonderful, and then you hit that. I hate Goblet of Fire with such an enormous passion that I sometimes don't even want to watch the movies because I have to get through that piece of shit. Daniel Radcliffe's haircut aside, it's a fucking terrible movie compared to the book.
With this one, is this the one that's the start of him constantly being drunk?
You know, if I had to act in Goblet of Fire too, I would be drunk as well. The Dumbledore is bad. The things that they choose to focus on are bad. The fucking Triwizard Tournament is so goddamn boring because it's just them fucking fighting a dragon, fighting some fishes, and then fighting some trees. And there's so much stuff in the fucking maze that's interesting to see that you don't even get. And I could excuse all of that because I understand needing to cut stuff out for certain parts. But I cannot excuse the forced romance plot in this movie, which is so heavily focused on for the entirety of it. Because the director, when he came into Goblet of Fire, his intention was to make something. He initially wanted to make a movie that was the darkest in the series, but he didn't think he could outdo Prisoner of Azkaban. So he said, I'll try to go for the more lighthearted comedic touch, which I can respect the director for trying something. I can respect the director for wanting to take a little bit of creative liberties with the work that they're doing. But not if you didn't read the whole book. Or not if you didn't really know fully what you were working with.
Wait, that was supposed to be lighthearted?
Yeah.
He tried to make it super lighthearted, like with the Bobaton Academy coming in with the fluffy music and like the and like the fucking Yule Ball with the dancing and all that, and just all the little moments in there where it was super forced teen drama-y romance.
The 23-minute scene of watching Hagrid get laid.
Yeah, like it does nothing for it. Like the fucking the Cho Chang is so terrible, and I'm gonna be calling her the Cho Chang, so just be prepared for that. The Cho Chang is so fucking bad because the setup for it isn't even fucking fun. Like, I don't even consider myself a Harry Potter aficionado, but I do know a bit about it, and from what I remember, Harry's initial attraction to her isn't because he thinks she's part on the train. She was actually one of the, I believe she was either the Ravenclaw or the Hufflepuff Seeker, I forget which one. but she was on the Quidditch team, and he grew to like her simply because there was like this whole, oh, she's really good at this thing I'm super passionate about, and they had a bonding point, which didn't make it feel like a forced out of the anus romance.
Wait,
like,
where was that then? Where was that scene?
In the book.
They didn't even
Well,
play Quidditch in the fourth one. We didn't even get Quidditch. All right, you know what we got instead of Quidditch? We got a stupid
War on
rock
Dragons?
band who came in going, now move your body like an angry troll.
Dude, oh
Victor
my
Crumb's
that
forehead.
fucking scene. That fucking scene. Oh, they're the wizard. Oh, that goddamn rock scene.
You know what they also cut out too? They cut out. You want to talk about cutting out Quidditch? I'm not even talking about Hogwarts Quidditch. They cut out the Quidditch World Cup.
Excuse me?
There was
That would've been
actually
hype.
the beginning of the movie where they're all there, and then Fudge is like, "Let the games begin." They don't even show it. They just show fucking the Hungarians and the Irish come in, and they don't even fucking play Quidditch. And
I
it's
would have loved that.
I would have loved it too. Quidditch is one of my favorite fucking things. But my curse with this is there's so much that can be said that's wrong about this movie that I don't like. But it boils down to the director just didn't really have what I wanted him to have for making this movie. He didn't care. He said the book was too long and he really didn't want to finish it, or he didn't finish it. I don't remember. Goblet of Fire was too long and I couldn't be bothered. And I think he
My
just got the
fucking lord.
I think he got the cliff notes for the back half of the book, and that's why
Oh
there
my
wasn't
God.
anything in the maze. When you compare some shit to what Chris Columbus did for Philosopher's Stone, which, and I give Emma Watson and all them some shit, but as child actors, what Chris Columbus did with them was fucking wonderful, because that movie has so much charm, so much heart, so much like good feeling put into it. And little note about that movie compared to the fourth one, which I don't like. When they were still kids, like Emma Watson, Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Christopher Columbus stayed on set with them the entire time, and they would do their lines over, but he would actively be helping the kids. He helped them really get a feel for what they were supposed to do. If they broke out laughing, he had to laugh with them, and they would just keep working until they really got it the way it should be done. But you can tell in every scene that the kids really, really had fun with what they were doing. Like, I make fun of the Emma Watson opening her mouth super wide, but she was really trying hard. And you know what? I'll joke about it, but I really do. Like, I respect what she did from the first movie, and that's why it's such a treat to go back and see. And then they just dump all over it with Goblet of Fire. They fix it in Order of the Phoenix, thank fucking Christ, because they got that dude away. He did one Harry Potter movie, and they're like, no, go away. Because Goblet of Fire is so goddamn dull. The only somewhat interesting part is the end. They even cut out a lot of stuff at the very end of the movie, which isn't good. Like, when they're up in the hospital, and I'm sorry if I'm going on a little long with this, but
Oh yeah, no
please,
worries.
like, when they go up to the hospital wing, there's supposed to be a scene there with Fudge when he comes in and he sees Harry there. Hold on, am I getting my things right? No, it's not. I'm getting that mixed up with fucking 3. My apologies. There's a scene with Harry, Dumbledore, and Fudge where when they know Voldemort's come back, Dumbledore is like, yo, get the Dementors out of Azkaban. That's like the first thing you need to fucking do. And he's like, I'm not doing that. I'm Fudge. And it's just like, yeah. He's in that scene. It's like Harry's not blindsided in Order of the Phoenix. He sees firsthand with Fudge just going like, You've been having crazy dreams Dumbledore hasn't been telling me about. You claimed Sirius Black was innocent last year. You claim all these things. Are you the boy who lives or the boy who lies? And it actually sets the tone for what the next book is going to be about, because it shows him outright like already like having these suspicions of the two, and really sets up the sort of cold feeling you're supposed to have for the next one. But instead of that, you just get a really weird scene at Order of the Phoenix when it first starts, with Dudley bullying him with a bunch of friends in what looks to be a very deserted playground.
Oh, when the Dementors show up?
Yeah. And it's like, there's so much that was set up. Like, he dropped the ball when he made Goblet of Fire, and they picked it up, and they did good with Order of the Phoenix, but there was so much not done with Goblet of Fire that I just don't like, and I can never really bring myself to like it. Like, it's the one Harry Potter movie I have the hardest time getting through. And I used to hate Order of the Phoenix, actually, but as I got older, like, it really did grow on me, because, fun fact, the Order of the Phoenix movie might be one of the few that's actually better than the book. Just because of Gary Oldman.
I'll give you that one.
But I don't want to burn too much on this, because there's a lot I could say about that movie where it's just, like, tonality-wise, it feels like he was shooting for a forced tone that didn't need to be there. The forced romance gets completely fucking pushed to the side when they get to the dark Voldemort stuff, and it's like the book wasn't supposed to be about forced romance. But
Don't let the light leave your eyes on this movie.
That would be the one thing I'll say I love from that movie. It's where I got my favorite line. Like, don't you turn your back on me, Harry Potter. I want to see the look on your face when I kill you. I want to watch the light leave your eyes.
That's my favorite part of the movie. My favorite part of the movie is the Voldemort scene.
It's the best.
Because I don't remember who Voldemort's actor is, but, you know, he does a damn good job, and I will give him
He's so gross looking.
Cable.
He does such a good job. You're so gross looking.
One last thing I want to say, because this is also another thing I didn't like about forced fucking teen interactions in this movie. You know how Ron's a chode for, like, fucking a good third of that movie?
Oh, yeah.
That shit's resolved in, like, a couple chapters. That's, like, 2 to 3 chapters at most, I think.
You know?
And it's a very believable reason why Ron is like that in the book, because they explain it better. He's not just mad for being mad. He literally states, like the little things Harry does, he appreciates him as a friend, but Ron comes from a poor family where he's the middle child, basically, amongst a bunch of talented brothers, and he really is starting to not feel comfortable with himself living in the shadow of somebody who's super famous, and he feels like he's just going to end up being like a blank slate when he grows up, and it's a very believable reason, and it makes why he's upset in the book very understandable. But it also shows their friendship when it gets resolved really quickly. Yeah. Instead of him being fucking mad at Harry for like half of the book. Half the movie.
So, Cable? I'm not a Harry Potter fan. I watched probably half of the Harry Potter movies. I read like half of the first book. I personally am not a big like advocate or fan of the franchise. I will say I do enjoy, to this day, I still enjoy the first 3 movies. And the fourth one, to me, was always where I either got bored of the movie and fell asleep, or, like, you know that trend that started, like, 15 years ago, and actually kind of continued through today, to where, like, young adult adaptations of, movie adaptations of, like, young adult and, like, teenage movies. And they're all, like, angsty as shit and cringe and boring, and they have the worst, like, color palette, and they're just, like, awful to watch. The fourth Harry Potter film was the first, like, movie that I saw that felt like that. I don't know if it started that trend, but it reminds me heavily of it, and you reminded me how much I don't like that movie.
That's unfortunate. That's the one that's got David Tennant in it.
It's like, it's, if you at least have to see any of them, just watch the first 3 if you really don't want to see the entire series. I will give credit to Half-Blood and, to a degree, parts of Deathly Hallow 1 and parts of Deathly Hallow Part 2. But overall, like, I still enjoy going through the movies. I will bear through Goblet of Fire to make it through Order of Phoenix. A little unrelated question. It's just something I noticed as I was scrolling through a wiki real quick.
Yep.
Was Percy Jackson in The Lightning Thief any good?
Meh.
It was incredibly meh.
Okay, because that was another Chris Columbus film.
But Cable.
Yes.
You mentioned how about being mad at children. I have a recent film that both of us have watched that we both fucking hate.
And that is?
When the image uploads, I'll tell you.
Oh.
Oh, I was hoping you were gonna be here for this one. I was hoping you were gonna be here for this one, dog.
Godzilla versus King Kong.
Oh my god, I went on for I will. Oh my god, I'll rip this one new asshole.
I don't want to see this movie just because I saw Kong wield a war axe. I was like, that's stupid.
So oddly enough, the way that they do the axe actually makes more sense than you'd imagine.
Why'd you cover Jack with it?
Wait, where did my Taika Waititi go?
He faded into the mist.
He's disappeared.
God damn it!
He's dead.
Betty, he has other movies to go make. He can't hang out here all day.
That's
Yeah,
true. Other
So,
good movies.
who wants to take this off? Cable, do you want to start off this train wreck?
No, Chibi, let's be fair. I know this is the things we don't like. Let's say 3 nice things collectively between me and you about this movie.
Okay. I actually thought the relationship between Kong and the mute child was actually kind of neat.
It was adorable.
It was pretty fucking cute. I won't lie.
Best human actor aside from Sarazawa in any Godzilla film Legends pictures have made.
Yeah, the one that doesn't talk. Yeah. Let me see. Whenever they cut to the children, it's short.
I can't give you that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I can't give you that one. Like,
The fights are good.
the fights were good. The water fight was pretty.
It was neat.
I have a question. Was there an octopus in that movie?
No.
Okay. No. Hey, well, at least they didn't eat an octopus after the movie was done.
The water fight was pretty, and I'll say Kong's throne looked cool.
Kong's weird throne that got destroyed in like a minute.
So these are good things to say. These are good highlights of the movie.
This is all I can give you because next
So,
we're gonna get
is
to
it-
something.
Is this one to throw out? Like, watching that made anyone go, huh? Maybe Rampage isn't as bad as I thought.
So here's the thing then. Have you seen the Godzilla King of Monsters, which is the one with King Ghidorah?
Yes.
Okay, it's not that. Let's put it that way. I want you to think more of Godzilla back when he was Zilla.
Oh. Yeah.
Let's start this, Chibi, because we went down the route. I'm just gonna
So,
address this.
honestly-
you like Madison?
Oh god. Honestly, I think we should probably do a podcast on this movie alone.
Yeah, 'cause yeah.
But let's just go over some general dislikes, okay? Madison. Just anything doing with Madison.
Yeah, just
Nothing wrong with the actress. I know that she, if memory serves correctly, she was the one who played as the psychic chick in that Netflix series.
the psychic chick on Netflix. Yeah.
Fucking the one that everyone was obsessed with, where it was all about the children and it was fucking Stranger Things. Yes, Stranger Things.
Oh, Stranger Things.
Was she a Stranger Things?
Yeah, she was the psychic chick in Stranger Things.
God damn, they're getting everywhere. We need to put fucking bells on them.
I could be wrong. Fucking comments, just tell me I'm wrong, I guess. But nothing wrong with her as an actress. It's more like her supporting cast is what was terrible about it.
Her supporting cast is lame, and the way they wrote her character is just. I don't. She's not even like milk. She's like tap water. She's just there. But her supporting cast was unforgivably stupid.
Yeah. Let's see, we had a kid who really didn't want to be there, and a conspiracy theorist who is also a janitor.
A janitor conspiracy theorist, the kid who didn't want to be there, and do you want to? Spoilers if you're interested in seeing Godzilla versus Kong. Double spoilers. just don't. But
I mean, okay, see it up to the water fight and then turn it off.
watch it on some place where you can stream it, so you can just fast forward through the people. You
Yeah.
know what? That's a good way to spend 35 minutes.
Actually, I would say 20, but that's just me.
You cut out the last fight. You don't need it.
Did they have like a fight scene in that movie that was like that one scene from Neon Genesis Evangelion where like they're jumping off of the aircraft carriers?
That's the water fight, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god! I didn't even realize that.
Yeah,
I-
that's
They just ripped
Evangelion.
off Unit 2?
Yep.
They ripped
Yeah.
off Unit 2's fight.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I mean,
That's probably why it's good.
Hollywood loves taking advantage of beloved Japanese properties for their own personal gain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Why didn't I put fucking the American Akira ripoff on this list? We could have talked about Lucy.
No.
Oh,
no.
Lucy.
I'd rather just.
No.
I have a lot of hatred and anger towards certain movies. I'd rather not think about Lucy.
We don't need to talk about Lucy.
Oh, also, you know what? I'm just gonna drop the giant spoiler right now because it's important. So, entirely bleep me out if necessary, or just skip whatever I have to say.
You've been warned, people.
You've been warned. The main bad is Mechagodzilla. But it's shitty. And you know how Mechagodzilla originally in OG, if anyone is familiar with Godzilla lore, it's just like the bones of Godzilla, like, and his spirit kind of inhabits Mechagodzilla. Yeah, they didn't do that. Instead, they took the
No, that's
one
period.
instead they took one of the skulls of Ghidorah, and then apparently mind synced it to the machine.
With
That-
Sarazawa's son, who just comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, he's just
No.
kind of there.
No, wait, Chibi, wait. That means they made Mecha Ghidorah Mechagodzilla.
Yep.
That's stupid.
It is stupid.
Oh, Chibi, can I talk about the scene that I don't like the most with Mecha Godzilla?
That he exists.
When the people first see him, where it's like, oh, it's Robot Godzilla. No,
No, it's
Mechagodzilla.
Mechagodzilla.
No,
Oh
get
my
out of
God.
my face, you tiny child. I will punch you.
Again, we have to do a podcast on this to further elaborate.
Yeah, we'll go over
um,
why a movie's complete trash, but
So before we move on to Jack's next movie, I just want to say something fun about Ken Watanabe, aka Sarazawa. I saw Godzilla King of the Monsters and Detective Pikachu on the same day. I forgot why the
That's
reason
funny.
was. Yeah. And I saw Detective Pikachu first. I know you guys, there's probably some people in the chat who think it's meh or don't like it. I
love that
personally enjoyed it. The best part of Godzilla King of the Monsters was me seeing Ken Watanabe's face and be like, oh! Like, twice in... Because he appears in both movies. It was just funny to see him the same day, I guess. I got giddy.
that's a giggly little coincidence. And as I've stated, Detective Pikachu is inoffensive in terms of like a movie. It's like I said, it's all right at worst, and it's a fun little romp at best.
Yeah.
I like it. It's fun.
Doesn't hurt.
Jack, are you ready to be released?
Okay.
You've
Release
been,
him from his prison.
you've been Godzilla versus Kong for the last couple minutes.
Yep. Okay.
You sealed Napoleon Dynamite with that too, Batty. You can't contain his power.
His head
Don't
was
make him-
sticking out.
Don't make him dance into your heart again.
I've been curious, Jack. What's your second pick?
Jack,
To be honest, I've been trying to think.
So try not to pick your favorite movie like Johnny Tsunami.
Fuck you, Cable.
What's another film that you put up on the background log of films? Because I remember you recommended like at least one other.
I only really
Maybe more
recommended
Finding
Avatar.
Nemo?
I mean,
Oh,
if you want, Jack, you and I are sitting next to each other on the table. You wanna defend Shark Tale against these heathens?
no, that's for another time.
Yeah, I thought you had a particular hatred towards another like fucking Pixar movie.
I fucking hate Finding Nemo. It's just not a good movie. It once again, this is the thing I have with certain movies. If you have a plot that feels all over the place, it confuses me and it just makes me not want to watch. I mean, I know it's technically the same plot, but they're just kind of going back and forth between the two sides of the story, and then the one story is going from one extreme to the next, and then back again. It's like, oh.
You what you're describing, Jack, is tonal whiplash.
That film is nothing but tonal whiplash after the kid goes missing. And you know I'm right.
It's Taken, but with fish.
I like I like it because it makes the film seem bigger than it is, just like the ocean, and it's for that reason that I never ever am in the mood to rewatch Finding Nemo.
You only need to see it once.
Yeah.
Nobody watches Finding Nemo multiple times. Nobody.
It's kind of like, like I feel the same way about Finding Nemo as I do like if I were to watch a Forrest Gump movie or a Lord of the Rings movie. It's like, if I would just watch, I know that the films probably, like, they're long movies, and Finding Nemo might not even be that long. It might just be an hour and a half, but it feels very long. Because so much shit happens in it.
See, Patty, I was forced to watch
Fuck you, man.
like 5 times. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I have Stockholm syndrome. I can tell.
shit sucks, man.
Yeah, mostly it was for school. Mostly my school made me watch it.
There's only one reason I even care about Finding Nemo being a film, and that is just to see the sharks. Just so I can hear, "Hello, Bruce."
Praise.
That's it.
Praise.
That is it. That's the only thing about that film that makes me happy.
I
It's
didn't,
"Hello, Bruce."
I didn't realize Willem Dafoe was
It's just his voice.
Can I say one thing? People who are watching this, thank you for listening to us ramble. Watch the Swedish, I think it's the Swedish ending. Do the Swedish or the German ending to Finding Nemo. You're welcome.
Does Dory fucking die?
No, it's funny.
Again, I reiterate, does Dory fucking die?
Wasn't there a scene where
No.
Willem Dafoe swims up to the protagonist and goes, "Are you in or are you out?"
Yeah. Are you in or are you out, Nemo?
I just looked it up. Finding Nemo is an hour and 40 minutes. It feels like a 3-hour movie.
It feels fucking longer, man.
Can you
Ugh.
help me find Lost Fishy?
Finding
No,
Dory
that
is
a
2
film that
hours.
takes- No one cares.
Finding Dory's boring.
How
shit.
did they make added 20 more minutes onto the sequel?
No, wait, no. Watch the Swedish ending to Finding Dory. You'll laugh.
Okay.
I mean, unless someone dies, I'm not watching it.
I almost speak Swedish, but I'll watch subtitles.
Fun piece of Finding Nemo trivia. Did you know the seahorse Sheldon is voiced by Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle?
Of course you would know that. Of course you would. Cable, you sound so giddy about that.
Cable, did you know Dewey from Malcolm in the Middle is also in Christmas with the Cranks?
Shut up. I know that.
Why isn't that on this list?
Fun or fact, man, did you know Malcolm in the Middle is actually the prequel to Akira?
Yes, I did. You and I had a long discussion about that.
We don't need to get into this fucking discussion.
Why? We can tell it's like I love that Malcolm in the Middle is the prequel to Akira. Frankie Muniz gains infinite psychic power and destroys the house because his mother grounded him after he scratched the car.
That's why Reese had to put him down.
But
Wasn't fair that
Frankie Muniz isn't Japanese!
Listen, Batty.
Clearly, you don't know your Fox sitcoms, Batty.
Dewey, Stevie, and Francis had to go and release Akira to save him. They had to release Hal. Hal is Akira.
Cable, I fucking despise you because Malcolm in the Middle is a perfect segue to the next thing I'm gonna talk about.
Oh, what is it? Big fat liar?
No, I want to take the piss out of an obscure movie that probably nobody has even heard of.
Herbie the Love Bug?
The Upside, starring Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston is weird.
Bryan Cranston and Kevin Hart. Those are the headliners of the movie. And I feel bad because, like, this is a movie that my parents, like, wanted me to sit down and watch for movie night because they know I like Breaking Bad. They're like, Batty, come watch this movie with us. There's Bryan Cranston. And I'm like, I'll watch this movie with you guys. And I had to, like, just bob my head up and down during the entire fucking thing when I wanted to projectile vomit the entire time.
Batty, come watch Power Rangers 2017 with us. Bryan Cranston.
So any movie where Kevin Hart is one of the lead characters is just probably going to be shit, right? Like,
Kevin Hart is supporting at best, and that's all I'll give him. What's this movie called, Batty?
It's called The Upside. So the reason why I don't like this movie, the premise of it is there is a man from the projects, Kevin Hart, and I think he was either a drug dealer or he knew drug dealers, but he's had previous trouble with the law. He's divorced from his wife and has to pay alimony, and, you know, basically shit life. He's a fucking loser. And then one day, a billionaire, like a rich billionaire, Bryan Cranston, is looking for somebody because he was in a fucking hand glider accident that killed his wife and left himself paralyzed. And he's looking for a new caretaker. And through wacky antics, Kevin Hart becomes Bryan Cranston's new caretaker. And
Can I?
Yes.
I just want to ask something right now, Batty.
Yes.
And tell me if I'm wrong with this.
Yes.
He becomes Bryan Cranston's new caretaker, and they have a series of wacky, turn of the century fun events that happen between the two, where they both learn about each other a little bit along the way. But due to some misunderstanding, he asks Kevin Hart to stop being his caretaker halfway through, or Bryan Cranston has an accident where Kevin Hart doesn't know if he can continue to be it. And there's a very sad, dramatic point until they both come to the realization that they can move past this, where they continue and be, friends at the very end of the movie, or Bryan Cranston dies and leaves everything to Kevin Hart so that way he can start a better life.
Okay, well, I fucking hate you.
Was I right?
You were right
That's
up
some
until the
Hallmark
last
Channel shit. That's some Hallmark Channel shit right there.
So
Yeah, fucking A.
here is okay. Generic and stupid contrived plot aside, so most of the movie is that it's Kevin Hart making jokes about Kevin Hart having to stick a tube up a Bryan Cranston's urethra because he has to piss into bags now.
Wait, hold on, you didn't mention anything about sounding. This movie might be cool.
And you know what's the fucking worst part about this movie? It's rich people propaganda, the film.
Oh.
This film
They're
exists.
not so bad.
Yes, this film exists as like, oh, rich people aren't so bad. Sometimes they go through dramatic stuff like lose their wife in a hang glider accident that they can afford to go on vacation because they're rich, and then they get paralyzed. And it's like Kevin Hart learns that, oh, hey, I can learn a little from him, he can learn a little from me, and we can reach a common ground. And he's also going to make me also rich because I'm his caretaker. But beside the point, this movie is like, I could see like some executive like seeing people like joke, like millennials joke around on Twitter about like eating rich people and stuff, and like rich Hollywood executive is like sweating nervously. So he's like, okay, how do we appeal to the youth? We need Bryan Cranston because the young people like Breaking Bad. We need Kevin Hart because he's funny comedian man. And we need to base it off of a quote-unquote true story. Which, by the way, the actual true story doesn't even take place in America. It takes place in France with a French dude and a person who immigrated to France, I think.
Weirdly enough, still involved Kevin Hart.
So very very loosely based off of the original premise, and it like the entire time it's just like, yeah, rich people aren't bad, or that's the premise of the movie. Maybe if you learn to understand like wealthy people, you wouldn't be poor.
Like, I swear to God, like, I didn't think it was based off of a French story. Like, I thought it was based off of that weird story about the couple from Texas, where it was like, very tragic thing. A man and his wife ended up going skydiving, and you know, the dude landed successfully. He didn't really get injured too much, but his wife's chute didn't open, and she was just left completely paralyzed for a while.
That's fucked up.
Wait a minute.
Is this fucking human?
Cable!
Don't tie it into what I think you're gonna do.
When does Cotton Hill come in?
After he's done killing fitty men.
Whoa!
But anyways,
Oh, Cranston.
But anyways, the upside is exactly how we described it. Like, Cable like literally summarized the fucking plot of the movie, which I'm very thankful for because I don't have to like talk about.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, you've never seen it. Yeah, you gave a perfect summary of the entire.
I looked at Bryan Cranston laughing in that picture Chibi posted, and it gave me everything I needed to know.
Oh my.
Can I point out that for some reason when it comes to that poster, why does it actually look like Kevin Hart's legs are actually photoshopped?
Because Kevin Hart has a weird height complex. He gets photoshopped onto tall people.
You know Kevin Hart's character arc in the film? He learned from rich person, and he learned to get comfortable sticking a tube up of Bryan Cranston's urethra.
And then he went on to make sounding fetish videos, and he became a billionaire.
Oh, also he became a better father because he knew a rich person and thus was able to meet his menial needs that financial instability is the root cause of in our society. So
rich people aren't good dads. If rich people were good dads, the Olsons wouldn't be the way they are.
If rich people were good dads, Trump wouldn't exist.
If rich people were good dads, Trump Sr. wouldn't exist.
Well, now we've drawn a line in the sand. You know where we are.
Yeah, fuck rich people.
Listen,
Except Taika Waititi, he's cool.
I am anti-rich until I'm there one day, and then people better stay out of my way.
Oh God!
There
Thanks,
are
God.
cool rich people, just don't trust them.
This is why I never understood why people like Richie Rich.
Fuck Richie Rich.
Richard Rich is... he's blonde, I'll give him that.
Dan, you're up to bat.
You don't understand hype. He has a robot maid.
Maybe
He has a
one.
dog named Dollar.
That's kind of cool.
Dan, you're up to bat.
He was played by Macaulay Culkin.
Shut the fuck up. We're not talking about Richie Rich. Unless
I
you
don't
want to talk
Richie
about
Rich.
Richie Rich.
So I was trying to think of what the hell I would even choose for my second movie, and you know, I just want to get this one out of the way. Well, first off, before we start, can we have a quick Cable? Can you give us a quick summary of the third Aladdin movie, The King of Thieves?
Welcome to the 40 Thieves. That's it.
Wait, fuck. There was a
Hold on,
second
hold on.
Aladdin movie in between
Wait.
King of Thieves
Sorry,
and...
sorry,
Wait,
hold on.
Cable's still going. Hold on.
He was still going.
Is he talking?
And there we go. That's all you need to know about Aladdin.
Remember we had a plan.
I wasn't here for it.
Yes, you were.
No,
This
the
is
point
why
is that we've
you
all
don't
seen the
listen.
movie. We know we've probably all seen it multiple times, but none of us remember a damn thing about it.
Listen,
no, I just
alright,
remember.
special type of death that comes with being a Disney film. You either get locked up for being insensitive or you get locked up for being straight to VHS. And unfortunately, Aladdin the King of Thieves was both. It may not have been culturally offensive, but it was just like societally offensive on the fact that my eyeballs had to watch it.
I'm gonna say, hey, I'm gonna say this, Gable. Return of Jafar is worse.
Return of Jafar doesn't exist, alright? The best Aladdin sequel is in Kingdom Hearts.
Cable.
That's not saying much.
Cable.
Hold up now, girl. Don't you be dissing Kingdom Hearts.
Well, fucking
I-
Return of
this is-
Jafar was just hearing Gilbert Godfrey scream at people going, "Why don't you believe me?"
I just wish it was the Willem Dafoe, like, are you in or are you out, Aladdin? Jafar's return.
Oh my god, can you imagine Willem Dafoe as Jafar?
That would have been cool.
That would have been amazing! I love the guy who played Jafar in the original Aladdin, though. Holy shit, he was amazing, but Willem Dafoe? Damn, that would have been great.
We could call the podcast Willem Defriend or Willem Dafoe.
God damn it.
We here have nothing bad to say about Willem Dafoe. He
I
is a
actually
treasure.
love Willem Dafoe. He's
Yeah.
Didn't Willem Dafoe have a stunt penis in a movie?
Yes.
Wasn't it Antichrist?
Was it?
No,
Might have been
I think,
Antichrist.
I think that might have been Invisible Man.
No, what? Wait, no, he wasn't Invisible Man.
There wasn't.
That was Kevin Bacon.
That was Kevin
that was
Bacon.
Hollow
you're
Man.
Right. I am stupid.
Cable. I have two things to apologize for. One, I'm sorry I destroyed your bit. Two, I'm sorry I'm going to destroy your bit further. There is one thing that I remembered about King of Thieves.
Oh.
I kind of had a crush on Aladdin's dad.
You and Jack probably
Oh.
did.
He had
I don't remember him.
a certain quality to him, and I think it was just because he was handsome.
I was gonna
can't
say
I
he's just
do.
lumbered. He's just
Brady,
he's
you were
just
just-
older Aladdin.
You were lured in by the crime, all right. That was it. He was. It's literally the weird '80s movie parody where it's like you probably had the nice person you liked, but here comes Aladdin's dad, and he presents cold and unruly danger. And while you know you can never tame the wild spirit, he'd love to take a ride.
Are you saying that Aladdin's dad is my Edward Cullen?
Yes.
No,
Whoa.
because Edward Cullen doesn't exist, all right. Long live Cedric Diggory, who that fucking asshole ruined in the fourth movie. Damn it! Now I'm back on it again. I like Cedric.
I just want to point out, so Chibi posted a picture of Aladdin's dad, and he's got a button on him. I know it's supposed to be King Midas's hand. However, all I can think of is that one really good episode. Well, there's a lot of them. Amazing episode of Batman the Animated Series with the Riddler, with the maze.
Minotaurs.
Yeah, the Minotaur's maze, and they had the awesome hand, the hand of fate that comes at you.
Also, had that weird Tiger Man. I only say he's a Tiger Man because he had a weird claw weapon.
Aladdin's dad looks like Ra's al Ghul.
Oh my
Just
god.
kinda.
He has the
Oh,
same
that-
like salt
Oh,
and
that would've been a
pepper,
better movie.
like highlights.
That would have been a better
Oh,
movie.
I think
They should have had
fucking
Aladdin in the Lazarus pit.
That would have been great. Jafar kills him in the first movie, and so his dad comes in and brings him back to life.
Fuck.
Then-
oh,
then-
Well, the
Aladdin-
second movie is so bad. It does because it's a nightmare. It's a fever. It's a
Aladdin
nightmare that
kidnapped
Aladdin's having in the
Sultan.
afterlife.
There we
He
go.
kidnaps the Sultan in like Under the Red Hood, where he's like, I understand why you wouldn't kill any other person in Agrabah, but you wouldn't even kill him for me. I don't know you, boy. Shut up. I would watch Aladdin Under the Red Abu.
Look at
Oh,
this. Look at this. The twinkle in this man's eye.
Don't be a lord in, Batty.
He's not a good dad.
He has.
Actively a bad dad.
He
Yeah,
has,
it is.
he might be a bad dad, but is he a bad lover? Is all I need to know about.
Yeah,
That smile says it all.
Yes.
actively for a reason, Batty. You can't smooch. He's too angular. You'll cut yourself.
Have you, Fish? Have you seen my art style?
Fair enough. I'll take
I'm
that as a
blind.
defeat. I'll take the L on that.
Okay.
All right. So, getting on my actual shit, I just want to say, fuck cars.
I was waiting.
Oh, here it
Okay,
comes.
okay. It's good that we went from me bringing up Harry Potter to cars. Let's go, Dan. Let's go. Come
Which
on, then.
one?
Okay.
The
So
first.
Cars is just, on the surface, it seemed like a bad idea for a Pixar film. It fits the bill. We've already been through shit like Toy Story and everything like that. It was pretty good.
What
I enjoyed that.
bad feelings.
Yeah, it's like, but then you get the Cars, and it's like, okay, Owen Wilson's the main character. Okay, I can see it go for a character. There's a bit going here.
Wow.
And then there's the whole Kachiga, whatever the fuck he does. And
It's Ka-chow, all right.
Ka-chow. I didn't even get it right. That's how much I don't care about this.
I'm gonna say this. I really, really don't like Kachika. It makes me feel dirty for saying it.
Yeah, see? So I already have a bad feeling about this fucking movie at that part right there. I'm like, oh, he's an asshole. All right, great.
No,
That's
Kachika was his more
our hero.
asshole rival with a mustache.
Look, that's the fucking the Ka-chow. I already don't like that at all. It tells me everything I need to know about Lightning McQueen. But fucking, that's perfect. Ka-choo! Let's go, beep beep.
No, Dan, continue. I want to hear all your wrong points on Cars.
So, I'm still along for the ride for this movie, until we get to, and this is still the beginning of the movie, you get to the highway scene, where, they're on their way to the next race or whatever the fuck, and he's inside of Mac the truck, who, by the way, John Ratzenberger,
Big.
you're a cool dude. You're in a lot of shit. You were in Cheers. You're a cool dude.
He
You're better
also
than
was,
this.
Safety Bank Man from Toy Story.
Fucking. So the highway scene is where I'm already insanely mad at this movie, based on one thing. One character, one side character, a character with not even a name, probably, unless somewhere in the Cars lore, the Cars multiverse, that this character has a name. Like fucking, there is a car who has a mattress tied to the roof of the car. Who tied the fucking mattress?
It makes sense.
No!
I can't explain this to you.
There's rope! And they tied a mattress! They don't even use mattresses! They're starting the movie! They're back in the little fucking garages!
Follow my logic on this, Dan. Please listen to me with your earballs as I say this to you. It is because it's an extended part of the Cars mythos that branches off into the 3 sections where you can call it the before times, the Cars timeline, and then the future timeline. It starts off with Muggle artifacts getting transfigured by magic in Harry Potter, to which they then evolve into the Cars of Cars. So they have magical abilities, thus they can use magic to tie the ropes. There are self-tying rope spells. I will pull them up for you.
How the
you
fuck?
have that.
We never saw in the movie Cable. Not once did a car use magic.
They can't show you magic because you're muggles. You're not allowed to see it. And then after
Stop
that,
using
Daniel,
that word as a reference to be Cable.
Patty, go over there. As that happens, when they adjust and they power up more with their car's power, Owen Wilson becomes Unicron and gives birth to all the Transformists.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm just gonna say this. Cable. That can't
Patty.
happen.
Hey,
That
All
can't happen.
Listen, all right.
Counter argument against you?
One, they're already on Earth.
Cable, I have a very important question that
They're in
debunks your
disguise.
entire theory.
Yes.
Why the fuck does the car have a mattress to begin with?
Let me ask you this question, Chibi. How many pillows do you have on your bed?
How many pillows does a car have?
How many pillows do you have on your bed?
That is an irrelevant question.
It has relevance. Answer the question.
It actually doesn't, though.
It actually
Because
does.
you know why it doesn't? Because of the fact that there is literally a scene where where the main character goes to a hotel and it's just an empty rectangle.
Said
Okay.
that shit! They just
Again,
he's back in the little
This
fucking
does
virtual
not-
garages!
This has relevance why I'm asking you this, Chibi. How many pillows do you have on your bed?
I won't tell you because it's a lot.
Well, then that's all I needed to know. You don't need all those pillows, but for comfort reasons, you want all those pillows. The
I
cars don't
actually
need
kind of
them
do.
okay.
I
Chibi, go-
kind of
Go
do because
further over there, Chibi. And so you don't need all of those pillows, but you want it for comfort. The car doesn't need the mattress. It can want to be comfortable.
Cable, have you
My
ever
head
run
is
over a
Do
car
they
with,
even
or
have
a
fucking
mattress with a car?
mattresses?
That's just gonna fuck up the mattress.
And potentially get in the suspension or any part of the car.
Not if it's a magic car, you guys.
So
are
you're
not...
saying they use transportation magic to bring this shit to life? Okay, so you had the one magical car. It split off through mitosis.
Dementors do it. Why can't cars?
Because I don't like the mentors either.
Just because you don't like them doesn't mean that's how they don't work.
Look, they couldn't contain these things, so that way we had 3 fucking shitty Cars movies and also planes.
They really don't go dissing planes, all right? Dane Cook was a plane. I will fight you.
Dane Cook was also an Employee of the Month. What the fuck are you defending?
I don't know.
Cable, I hate that I'm going to shoot myself in the foot with this. I really do. But how do we know that the Dementors aren't just the cars after they got out?
You see, very good point.
Jesus.
In some schools of thought that we don't have enough information to fully grasp that just yet. There are several theories that I don't have enough information to back up on if Dementors do evolve into cars. But there are some that is a very viable and a very compelling point that you do bring up. And when I release my 85-page thesis on this, it'll be a bit more interesting.
So you know what? Like what the cars also have. The cars also have like the fucking. It's funny that you brought Transformers up too, because they have the whole Cybertronian and Minicon thing going with the little auto service machines that they have there. Because remember, not all automobiles are created equal, as Hotshot put it.
But it's not all robots.
Some can be a Chevy, and there's
no, because we have to have the hybrid version. Yeah, like the same thing. It's like this car over here, like this little service thing, this whole little guy right here that has like a little forklift and also can get some gas in the other cars. They're created mainly to serve the fancier cars.
And nothing else.
Nothing else.
Let me raise you a point, Dan. This will be the final thing I say on this, which will just basically explain everything you need to know. Chevy Chase.
What?
Whether that's a real car,
Aneurysm.
whether that is a real car or something I made up, I won't tell you.
I just had an aneurysm thinking about that because Chevy hasn't been funny since fucking National Lampoon Christmas.
Okay.
I'm
So
making crazy crystal vodka now.
You know, it was brought up.
that isn't Chevy Chase. That's fucking what's his
Dan
fuck?
Aykroyd, right?
Yeah, Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah.
He's the crazy guy that believes in aliens and ghosts. That's why Ghostbusters had so much like paranormal investigation shit in it.
Oh my god, he was the Amy Jo Johnson of Ghostbusters.
Yeah. Yeah,
brought
kind
up
of true about
and now-
Dan Aykroyd.
Cable, I thank you, because now since you had brought it up, I now remember another movie that I
Wait,
fucking hate.
before we segue, Cars 2 is about eugenics. Continue on, Chibi.
Oh no,
I've
is
never
Dan
seen
done
it.
with his thing? Are you done with complaining about cars?
I think I've proven Dan wrong.
Cars 2 is about
You have
eugenics.
proven
That's
nothing, Cable.
all you need to know.
Look, Cars 2 also has a lemon party scene. Alright, I'm done.
Okay, you know, I'm just gonna put it out there. Transformers: Age of Extinction is a shit movie.
What the fuck is that, Chibi?
Oh
Uh,
god,
what-
I thought that was gonna be its own.
Oh
What?
my god.
Why are you like saying this one specific Transformers movie? Is a
Oh, I
shit
have reasons why this one's specific.
Okay.
I would have said Age of Fallen if it weren't for the fact that I fucking hate Age of Extinction.
movie? Here's the thing, Chibi. Can we all agree that all of the other Transformers movies, live-action Michael Bay Transformers movies, are dog shit?
They're all dog shit. But I have a special hatred for this one, either due to the marketing and what it did to make people want to watch the movie, the actual plot itself, and the fact that it absolutely destroyed the lore and permanently made me, at least for a good while, hate Transformers.
Oh.
Looking at Grimlock there, I'm thinking to myself, what did they do to my boy?
You know what they did to your
My boy?
You know what they did to your boy, Dan? You know what they did to Grimlock? They made him non-existent in the movie.
Just there as a
Age of-
vehicle for Optimus, that's all he
Here's the
is.
thing. Age of Extinction through the entire like advertising of the movie is we have the Dinobots. The Dinobots are here. We have all of the Dinobots. And guess what? They're in the last 5 minutes of the movie.
What?
This is a Michael Bay Transformers film. Of course, the
Lame.
draw to the film is going to be at the end of it, so people don't leave the theaters.
In
How
addition,
much Shia LaBeouf was in the movie?
quite a bit. Quite a bit.
Wait, I thought no, he was
Actually,
gone
no,
after,
no,
like,
it's not.
the
It's
movie.
not Shia LaBeouf anymore.
Yeah.
They instead replaced it with
What? No.
with these three putzes.
Chibi, Shia LaBeouf takes many forms.
Wait
and
a
many
minute.
faces.
Is this the fucking movie where one of them is slow falling several times in the movie, and they're caught by Optimus's big hand, and he should have been splat?
Probably. I
Is that
wouldn't be surprised.
motherfucker Mark Wahlberg?
No,
Don't,
Mark
don't-
Wahlberg
no.
is our main character.
Fatty, don't do that to him. Don't dox that person right there. Don't tell anybody who that is. 'Cause
Matt.
he's in good things.
There's the movie.
Don't
So
dox
Fucking
here's-
Mark Wahlberg, slow falls.
him and everybody's just fine as
Here's
Mark Wahlberg.
where this gets weird. We have Mark Wahlberg as our main character. He's like a mechanic out in the middle of fucking nowhere. I think it's like he's kind of a conspiracy theorist, but they want to establish very early on that he's a rootin' tootin' red-blooded American who served his part in Afghanistan. He has his daughter here, who's the one in the middle, who I believe, according to the movie, she's like 16. Which obviously doesn't look 16 at all. But here's where this gets fucking weird. Then we have her boyfriend, who's supposed to be like 23. And
That's creepy.
they actually stop the movie at one point when they're in like an abandoned like gas station to explain the quote unquote Romeo and Juliet clause. Which is
I
basically
remember hearing about that.
the clause that says this is okay, it's no big deal. Which no, it is a big deal. You're fucking creepy for putting it in the movie.
Did Michael Bay just like insert that just because he felt insecure about something?
I
Or
don't.
he actually like that.
I don't know, and I don't want to know.
Hey, I got
I
something
think
really
it's
quick to
fucking weird.
say.
Hmm.
Romeo and Juliet is a parody of love stories. Please, dear God, stop trying to put that in anything. It is a parody.
Tell my daughter Capulet.
So there's the thing with this movie that also makes me really upset is the fact that Unicron is in this movie.
What?
No,
Oh.
actually, no. Unicron's in the next one after that. I never watched that one. But they do bring in Galvatron, where they make it so Galvatron was made by humans, because for some reason, humans looked at Megatron's corpse and went, "Yeah, this is a good idea. Let's rebuild him."
Because we base all of our other technology on him.
Yeah, they apparently based a bunch of like technology off of like Megatron's corpse.
Yeah.
So they're like, let's fucking revive him, I guess, and then we'll make it so that way we have our own Transformer. No shit, they couldn't control him, and Galvatron is a thing. And Galvatron looks gross.
Doesn't he
What
go
is gross?
into a gun?
I don't know.
Was
I
this
don't
the Galvatron that was or wasn't built with the Mater parts? Because Mater does canonically become Galvatron.
You know what? I think Mater Galvatron is in the next one. But we also get gross as fuck fucking Lockdown, who has a very human face for some reason, and he's essentially whole point is to just kind of be there and be like, "Ah, yes, the evil is coming," and that's it. That's his whole character is the evil is coming.
Go up the window panes and go.
I would watch that.
Like he's supposed to hype up for the next
Wait, how many
movie.
racist stereotypes in that movie?
There's a lot of racist stereotypes in that movie. Like they took Drift, one of my favorite comic characters, and they just turned him into generic samurai. Where he even has the super offensive accent and everything.
Oh no.
Bad.
It's really bad. They also have generic gun robot as well, as in the most American one, where he has a beer gut and machine guns. and he has a cigar in his mouth. Don't question about the fact that he's a robot, so he shouldn't be able to smoke to begin with. Oh, and again, remember, the whole movie hypes up the Dinobots from being there. They show up at the end of the movie essentially because like the dude Lockdown had like a collection of like old antique shit. And it just so happened to be the ancient Cybertronian warriors, who just so happened to be the Dinobots. And Optimus needs help to fight against Galvatron, so he goes to the ancient Cybertron warriors and says, "Will you help me?" And none of them say anything because they didn't hire voice actors.
You didn't get a me Grimlock?
Nope, Grimlock
No.
doesn't talk at all.
I
Huge
know
fucking
so little about
disservice.
Transformers, and even I know that.
You have to realize that Michael Bay makes these movies. He actively hates everything to do with the Transformers franchise. He just wants to get paid making these movies.
Where this gets even dumber, where again they continue to ruin Optimus's character, is he gets into a fist fight with Grimlock essentially.
Why?
That's not
to
Optimus.
prove that he is a leader.
That's not how he would ever do it. Optimus would never do that.
And then
Follow me or I beat you. Okay, that's how you
once he wins, he gets on top of Grimlock as a dinosaur and rides him into battle. And then there's a slightly cool, I do mean slightly cool, montage of the Dinobots running around through, I think it's fucking Italy. I don't remember. No, they're in Beijing. They're in Beijing because the whole movie is obsessed with wanting to be marketing towards China. But
You were seeing Italy. I was waiting for a part where they go to Galvatron and be like, "Why the hell do you hate Venice?"
no, they're in Beijing, and the Dinobots run through the streets of Beijing. There's a scene where there's the science putz that accidentally made Galvatron is drinking like this fucking Chinese milk. There's no reason why he's there. Only just so he can watch the Dinobots run through an entire city. And then they beat Galvatron, and that's it. That's really it.
So you're telling me this movie is red-blooded American war propaganda good, end it in Beijing because China bad?
No, because they want that China money. The
So-
whole movie
Of
was.
course, that's the other main reason. That's the
China-
main reason why Star Wars is a thing.
Let's also tie in the fact that there's also some really obvious Red Bull advertisements. There's some fucking Beats advertisement. There's literally an entire scene dedicated to just showing off your advertisements. There's this there's the new material that the scientists came up with, which they call transformium. Yes, where and
It's
one of
almost
the dumbest scenes-
unobtainium.
You can look it up, and it's the dumbest scene ever, where he uses the transformium to make like a My Little Pony toy, and then he like shifts it in his hands and turns it into like a beat pill, and just goes the pill, and that's it. It's just straight to the audience, the pill.
Oh,
That's
so
lame.
My Little Pony because they're both Hasbro properties.
Yes. It just shows off all of this advertising. It's a shit movie. Now I will briefly go back to Age of Fallen just so I can say I am directly underneath the enemy's scrotum, and that's it.
I'm gonna say two things. One, don't you love it in a sequel to a movie where they only show a character once and they're immediately just killed? Because that happens.
Yeah.
Some sort of electric transformer just gets like, oh yeah, your whole purpose was to fucking die.
Yep,
To
I will
fuse
never
Optimus with
forgive.
all of Vanjet fire.
I will never forgive any of the Michael Bay films because of what they did. The huge, giant disservice in the second movie where Bumblebee killed Ravage.
Yeah, it shouldn't have happened.
If anything, Ravage should have pulled a gun and shot Bumblebee in the head.
I'm uncomfortably distracted right now because I keep looking at the Mark Wahlberg picture and I'm like, this just kind of looks like if they did a Scott Pilgrim sequel and he got his shit together.
I was about to say this is like
want
alternate
that.
timeline Mac from Always Sunny.
Look, oh my, yeah, okay, I can see that.
No,
We don't want him in. We don't want him in a Scott Pilgrim sequel. He was in that rebooted Planet of the Apes.
listen, all right. Mark Wahlberg in a reboot of Scott Pilgrim or a sequel of Scott Pilgrim would be funny as shit. Where it's like, oh well, we have sex with Bomb and we're here to eat bagels with cream cheese and go socks and shit.
Just us.
Can I just say this?
I'm going to Wahlberg, gonna see Red
Ravage.
Sox, watching the Bruins, drinking the PBR.
Shut up, because I would watch that. Shut up.
Ravage looks like he's from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Mark Wahlberg versus the world. When get on it, Hollywood. I gave you the tools. It's your job to do something with it.
I'm gonna do this for Dan, but here's Grimlock in the movie, which you see for a whole 5 seconds essentially.
Gross. The fucking Dark Souls boss. That's all that is.
It's a Cyber Soul.
It is
boss.
such a fucking overly complex and bland design that it blends into the background of several different movies.
It gets even funnier when you look at his toy. His toy is dumb.
That's
Look,
just,
I like Big Dumb
Oh
Armor.
my god.
that's just like a shitty Bionicle.
It is a shitty toy.
I like Big Dumb Armor.
You know what?
This is too dumb. This
That-
is too bland.
That is like the knockoff Bionicle that you'll see like in like a CVS or something.
We have Bionicles at home.
Listen,
is the Mega Block.
we can't go on about
Bionicle.
CVS. I'll be here all night.
That's what your grandma buys you when she doesn't know what to get you for Christmas. Look, Sonny, I got you a Trimanicle.
Bionicleon.
A Triloctagon.
A dragon
Anyway.
head. You like heads?
There's my bitch. Alright, I'm done.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
What should we talk
2
about?
hours ranting about movies.
We've been going off about it, and I lightly dusted Harry Potter. I didn't even give it the full fucking, ultrasonic beatdown that Little Mermaid was gonna get.
This has been our longest podcast so far, I think.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Yeah. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about next?
Well, you got another
No, I
one?
think I'm good.
Yeah.
So Chester Cheeto.
Listen, that's another one we can go on about. I think we can just summarize all of these by just having a toilet flush.
No, give me 5 seconds, please. All right, I'm just gonna get this out of the way right now. You ever hear somebody when they mention a sequel and it's it's Final Phantasma 2 Electric Boogaloo?
Yeah.
Because people just remember that, and that's just a common thing you hear people do all the time. I don't get that. I don't get that. That
don't either.
movie up there took that away from me. Everything is now returned to the sea. Fuck you, Melody. Fuck you, Morgana. Fuck your stupid ass walrus friend. Fuck Ariel and her husband. Fuck Triton. Fuck that whole goddamn movie. Alright? You want to be part of somebody's world? Go be part of that world over there away from me. I hate you, and I hate your whole goddamn franchise.
Okay, but what if they called the movie Little Mermaid 2 Mertopia?
Don't make me have to say that. You know I love topias, but that would fix, all right? It wouldn't fix what this thing did. I'm joking.
Hey.
Hey, Cable, did you ever see the PS1 game for Little Mermaid 2? You know what they did in that game? I'll tell you what they did. You're not even playing Little Mermaid 2. You play the first movie.
You know my problem with fucking Little Mermaid, all right? Oh, convince Prince Philip, make him. What was his name? Was it Philip or Eric or was
Eric.
Philip, Eric, convince bland-faced McVanilla Prince.
Are
to
you the
fall in
girl?
love with you. Fucking bitch don't know how to write a note.
You know what? The only one of the classic.
She
Disney-
tried to write him a note, Cable, and she wrote it blub, 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 blub.
No, she knows how to speak English. She signed her name perfect cursive.
Thank you,
That was
Jack.
for the audience.
Thank you,
It was
Jack.
actually signed in fish letters.
Dan, you go back over there. Thank you, Jack.
Oh, I don't agree with that.
Imagine a Kingdom Hearts 2, a Kingdom Hearts world where you have to play through Little Mermaid 2.
No, Tetsuya Nomura has class. He knows better. Fucking nobody wants anything to do with that. If there was any justice in the world, The Little Mermaid 2 would have been her. She finds a magical clam necklace that shows her the ethereal thing of Atlantis or wherever the fuck they're from, Atlantica, whatever it's fucking called, I don't remember anymore. And she's like, I wanna go meet my grandpa fish who lives under the ocean, and I wanna meet Sebastian the crab, and I got friends with this big dumb seal.
Sebastian should be dead.
Sebastian should be dead. He's a crab. He doesn't have that.
He should be at, like, in a fucking Red Lobster on a dinner plate.
And then let's not forget, where does she get her powers from? She gets them from Morgana, Ursula's weird fucking Patty and Selma ass looking sister who never appeared anywhere. Never mentioned Ursula having a sister. Ursula was pretty fucking cool. What about Ursula, but not? And let's make Morgana really boring, where she climbs up on. They build a wall to keep this chick away from Morgana because they're so scared that this octopus is gonna fucking steal their child. Which would have been such a funnier movie if it's like this little toddler like walking out of the water, the parents are smiling, and then just these tentacles grab it and drag it into the ocean, never to be seen again. That you
remember all the great times we have at Ursula in the first movie?
Oh my god.
No, she's Diet Ursula. Look, she's on a diet.
Oh my god. Oh, you poor unfortunate
You
soul.
can't recreate like fucking absolute magic, because that first movie, Ursula was the main drive to the main reason to anything to watch that fucking movie, because she has so much sass and so much character that she can pretty much be the entire cast.
She really could. She fucking like. I'm not even a big fan of The Little Mermaid. It's not my favorite Disney movie by any means. Like, but there's so much that I disliked about it that just was doubled down in this movie. And Little Mermaid 2: Return to the Sea has taken the name of sequels away from me. I can't enjoy anything because I always have to remember that you exist.
We couldn't get a Kingdom Hearts world. If we were going to do any kind of a Disney sequel one, how come we can't get a Kingdom Hearts world that's Cinderella 3?
The fucking time travel shit is introduced.
Yeah, that's the one where the prince eats himself out the window, and it's pretty funny.
Okay, I can deal with that one.
I love that film. It's so funny.
No, I can't. It hurt me so bad. Little Mermaid 2: Return to the Sea. Still not the worst movie up here. I see you, Spirit. Go fuck yourself. What kind of animated movie doesn't have the horse talk?
Fucking horse.
Some bullshit. I sat through like an hour and some change, like, oh, I wonder when the horse is gonna get. It doesn't even fucking talk. You sit there with a man face and you can't speak man words. Fuck off my screen.
God, did that come before or after Kangaroo Jack? That's before.
Kangaroo Jack is just them having to backtrack on what they wanted to do at the last.
I was gonna say, yeah, you know what this actually was supposed to happen with that movie?
We were supposed to have a fun adventure with a talking kangaroo.
No. That's not it at all. Okay, well, do you know the story as to how Kangaroo Jack came to be?
I believe it wasn't supposed to be animated at first.
No, it was supposed to be like an actual like crime drama.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cheeky and Blind.
It was supposed to be an actual like mystery crime drama. And then the executives were like, put a talking animal in it. So they had to change the entire script and redo everything, which is why some actors just kind of don't fit anymore with what they were doing, and the whole movie just kind of seems weird.
The DVD cover actively looks like it's like it should belong with Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Again, because originally Kangaroo Jack wasn't even a thing.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dumb question, and I don't know. You mentioned just because actors that don't fit, and it's up on the list. And I know I don't want to keep this running for too long. I just gotta ask this really fast. Donnie Darko, is that the only movie Seth Rogen's in where he's not doing weed humor?
I might be, yeah.
Because I don't remember at one point in that movie in Donnie Darko just hearing I don't recall
You little
hearing
rabbit from the future, little.
fucking rabbit from the future came in there, kicked me in the dick while I was smoking pot.
Oh my god! I came everywhere when I realized this is actually a sci-fi movie.
Where's James Franco? I need to have somebody.
Oh wait, no, there was a masturbation thing in the movie. It wasn't him though. It was the main dude in the movie because like he's at the therapist and he's thinking about Christina Applegate from Married with Children. He's actively thinking about her from that show. He's talking about it and he goes to jerk off.
Well, let's be fair. Christina Applegate is that bitch.
I mean, yeah, but still. He's there in the therapist office with like, okay, we have our masturbation joke. You know what? Still better than how Transformers do it.
Fucking
Goddamn.
Married with Children. Dan, who out of the three from Married with Children, who were you? Were you Peg, Kelly, or Marcy?
Oh shit.
This is a big tangent, but it came up, and I need to ask.
I don't know.
You'd think my obvious answer would be Peg, but weirdly enough, I kind of fuck with Marcy Darcy.
Wasn't she in Fright Night?
I don't know what she does. I just know she was there.
Dan, I hate you because you mentioned Transformers and masturbation jokes, and I immediately have to remember Wheelie and what they did to Wheelie.
Is that what Bowie?
Awful scene in the first movie with the forced joke is like, parents don't talk about masturbation. Oh, what an awkward scene.
I was thinking of fucking this little cretin in Revenge of the Fallen.
Ew.
Oh,
Ew. Dude, he looks like Roberto.
There's literally a scene where he humps like the main female character's leg.
Okay, Batty's not here at the moment, but to put it on screen, but Wheelie looks like Roberto from Futurama.
You can just type in Revenge of the Fallen Wheelie and you'll see exactly what we're looking at.
You know who he looks like, Dan? Or he looks like he would be the thing that you voiced when you made Scorvo. If you don't know what Scorvo is, go watch Deep Nocturne.
It's good.
Dan doesn't know, but I'm actually here.
He kind of sounds like that. I want you to imagine Scorvo, but with like a weird, like, New York accent.
Hey, yo, I'm Scorvin over here.
Bro, I was trying to Scorvo over here, and then they just walk up like, whoa.
Thanks to you guys, I had to make Scorvo an actual character.
You're the one who decided.
So
to
we're talking
actually
about the
commit to
second Transformers movie, right? Or the third one? I
No,
forget which is which.
I briefly touched on it.
We were talking about what the fuck were we talking about?
Do you know Dogs Hump in that movie?
Oh, we were talking about Donnie Darko.
Oh,
You mentioned dumb masturbation jokes, and I had to bring up Wheelie.
There was a dumb masturbation joke in Donnie Darko, and then that brought up Wheelie.
Fucking Donnie Darko. Yeah, the movie that you had to find out from the website that it was actually a sci-fi film, and it's like you had to go out of your way to get this information. But this movie's also a cult, edgy, classic movie that everyone says if you don't understand it, you're apparently just not smart enough. My friends were really into this fucking movie. They were like, "You gotta see it. Donnie Darko's the best thing ever." They play Mad World in the movie. It's deep. They play Mad World.
guys, so you can continue to talk about Donnie Darko. Remind me to segue this into Brokeback Mountain when you're done.
I think
You know what? Take it away, because I'm done talking about Donnie Darko.
Yeah, I think maybe we should end on the last part with this too. Batty, make Brokeback the final, the final.
Why do we want to make Brokeback the final thing?
Because it's the straw that broke the camel's back.
It is fucking a depressing, sad, miserable movie.
So was the Rugrats movie.
We thought Spike died.
They tried to find the lizard.
We're not allowed to talk about good movies, Cable.
I do know I have something for
talking about the Rugrats movie.
Dan. I do have something for your viewing pleasure. You remember how I mentioned that the Dinobots have almost nothing to do with the Age of Extinction movie? Look at what they do to him in the sequel.
What? What?
They make baby Dinobots. They have baby Dinobots.
What is this?
This is way before time bullshit.
Dan, high five. High fucking five. That was in sync.
Jesus, that is.
What are the points of the baby Dinobots? Toys.
Oh, notice Ducky's not there?
Oh,
Did
damn.
you
I'm
guys talk
sorry.
about how the Transformers movie and a lot of Hollywood blockbusters are funded by the United States military as a form of propaganda?
Oh, we should talk
Yeah.
about that maybe.
Yeah, that's. And in
Either
fact,
way,
actually-
we really are pushing almost a lot of time, so
Yeah,
we do
no,
need to-
yeah, we might-
You know what?
Brokeback.
I'll talk about Brokeback Mountain. So I'm sure there's people who like Brokeback Mountain. There's people who probably like critically praise it. I watched that film under the pretense that like, haha, gay cowboy movie, because from where I live, I've seen cowboys, and from who I am, I've seen gays. So like, those things combined sounded like prime baddie core. So I decided to watch Brokeback Mountain, and although historically accurate to the era that it is placed in, it is a very fucking depressing and sad film that is made me miserable going through the entire thing. And if anybody wants to watch it because they want to see a wholesome gay romance movie or anything involving like two men like BLS, don't even like touch it, because it is literally just like I guess it's technically a love story. Again, like, I'm judging this on the pretense of like, as gay movie, like gay storytelling movie, I personally was miserable and sad by the end of it. And I think a lot of people who, I guess, what's the word, watch a movie for the similar reason, because they're not really for sure what it is, that they won't like it. Basically, it's just like homophobia in the 70s, and the two main characters are secretly gay. I think it's the 70s. I'm pretty sure it's the 70s. But anyways,
Texas, everything's the 70s in Texas.
it only partially takes place in Texas. It's like between Texas and Wyoming. But yeah. Anyways, it's just like, I don't know. The best part of the movie for me is like when Jake Gyllenhaal's like, well, this is a goddamn bitch of an unsatisfactory situation, which is something that I quote to this day.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was the segue, Jake Gyllenhaal, because he's in both Donnie Darko and Brokeback Mountain.
Is he?
Yeah, he plays one of the gay cowboys.
Holy shit.
He's like the.
No, I knew
they're,
that.
They're
Was he in
both
Donnie Darko?
first, but he's like the more bottom of the two. Even
I
though
don't remember anything about Donnie Darko.
Jake Gyllenhaal's the tween. Oh, you know who's the other cowboy? Heath Ledger.
Really?
Yeah, so Heath Ledger. So the Joker fucks Donnie Darko in this in Brokeback Mountain.
My
Why do you
God,
think it's
Jake
depressing?
Gyllenhaal was the main character in Donnie Darko.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. That's what was the segue.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, that's
That
why.
was Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah, that's Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh my God, oh God, his life. Donnie Darko ruined him.
It did. I liked them in the even though again fuck Disney. I liked them in the new Spider-Man movie.
Maybe I just don't know who Jake Gyllenhaal is, because I can't like me place a face
He
in the name.
kind of has one of those, like, his face is weird enough to know that he is a defined person, but it's generic enough that you can't remember his name half the time.
I'm trying to pull it.
He looks like a sad puppy dog.
Oh, okay. No, I know who this is. This is just off-putting Neville Longbottom.
Isn't this supposed to be like pointing out Paul Rudd in a sea of average white dudes?
No, this is just Neville Longbottom, but worse, because he doesn't look like Neville Longbottom.
Oh, Neville fall down mode.
This is Neville Fall Down mode. That's what that's how I remember Jake Gyllenhaal. He's Neville Bad Time.
He's the one that stands up to Voldemort and gets kicked down.
Yeah, actually, no. Looking at him a bit more, he's Neville Longbottom if you fused him with John Stamos.
Oh.
Another fun thing. The director between Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon also directed Brokeback Mountain. So that's another weird connection.
You know what's funny about that too, Patty?
What?
Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon sounds like a weird innuendo they used because of homophobia in the 70s. How about you show me your Crouching Tiger and I'll reveal the Hidden Dragon?
Oh,
What are you guys doing in there? Kung Fu! Go away!
Oh, guess what else he directed?
what?
The 2003 Hulk movie.
Was that Ong Lee?
Yeah, Ong Lee, yeah.
Oh, what a gamma bomb that movie was.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Get out. Get
Good
out.
night, everybody.
Get out, Dan.
I think that's the perfect place to end it. Is on
We
what
can
again.
do a sequel to this
Come
later.
back next time. We'll talk either about more bad movies we don't like, or maybe we'll talk about some good movies we do like.
When we come back for another one of these videos of things we hate too, Return to the Sea.
Dan.
You. I hate
Yeah.
you. I told you that in confidence.
You told us that in public.
It's not public yet.
It is now.
Okay. Bye.
Everybody's canceled here.
Do you want your juice box cable?
No. Go kill Ariel's daughter and I'll be happy.
Okay.
Na, 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 na.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh.
Bye.